The next championship is first on the mind. It's so hard to measure what is inside. But if I held it in my hand, otherwise they had to bring it every night to the fans. It begins with the original brother and on to an endless medley. The story is far from over. There's more to it, you see? The staff behind the scene prepares this place into a dream.
Somerset Patriots! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2 outs, runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back at Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone! Strike three. Got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello, Patriot fans. Welcome to the Jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark. It's game number 4 of a best-of-5 first-round set between the visiting Long Island Ducks and your Somerset Patriots. An Atlantic League record crowd last night of 7,835. We're expecting another great one tonight, but right now it's all about the baseball. The Somerset Patriots have their backs against the wall, down 2-1 in this best-of-5 set. It's a must-win situation. Let's get you caught up in the first 3 games of this series.
Wednesday night marked the beginning of the 2015 Atlantic League postseason as Johnny Tucker and the Somerset Patriots began their quest in search of the franchise's 6th Atlantic League championship. Tonight they went up against the Long Island Ducks in Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. The Patriots got the scoring started in the top of the first inning as after Aaron Eggleston reached with a 1-out base hit, Michael Burgess scored him all the way from first base with an RBI triple down the line. It would not be Burgess's only offensive contribution of the evening, as Roy Merritt took the mound with a 1-0 lead. The Southpaw was named Somerset's Game 1 starter in hopes to get the series off to a strong start. Long Island put up runs in the bottom of the second and the bottom of the third to take a 2-1 lead before the Patriots tied things up the next inning.
Hits this one in the left center field alley. This is going to be trouble. It's going to be deep, and this is going to be gone! A line drive home run for Matt Fields. The Patriots tally the equalizer. We are all tied at 2 here in the 4th.
Merritt began to settle down on the mound for Somerset as Aaron Eggleston once again would get on base in the top of the 5th inning, leading to a 3-run inning for the Patriots.
Looper into shallow left. This will die for a base hit. Spencer's going to wave Eggleston around third. Crow hop from Delta clearing. The throw to the plate is going to be up the third baseline. It's a go-ahead 2-out RBI single for Thomas Neal, and the Patriots regain the lead. The 3-2, Neal in motion. This ball's hammered to deep right field. Lentini going back. Warning track wall. That ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Michael Burgess. More 2-out runs occur for the Patriots. They now lead 5-2 here in the 5th.
Man, it was just get a pitch up, man. Try not to chase the change up in the dirt. I was trying to see a pitch up, man, and stay back, and I got him.
Merritt had a strong start, tossing 6 innings, allowing just 2 runs, 1 earned on 6 hits with 3 strikeouts.
I mean, tonight was big, I feel like, it started out for me, we just got to keep it rolling. And I feel like I set the table for Mickey tomorrow, and he's going to keep it going tomorrow.
Roy then handed off the ball game to the Patriots bullpen, which was highlighted by Andrew Kerrigan working out of a couple of tough jams for the Patriots in the bottom of the 7th and the bottom of the 8th inning. Big John Hunton then entered the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning, looking to get Somerset the victory in Game 1. Hunton ran into trouble, eventually loading the bases, but was able to work out of danger, shutting the door, giving the Patriots a 5-3 victory. The quest for the 6th Atlantic League championship in Somerset Patriots history continued Thursday night at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, Long Island. The Patriots entered the ballgame leading the Liberty Division Championship Series 1-0. Patriots ace Mickey Story towed the rubber against Long Island in this one. The righty, making his first postseason start for the Red, White, and Blue, fell behind early, allowing a run both in the bottom of the 1st inning and 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Story picked up his play, however, tossing zeros in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, while the Patriots' offense was stymied by Long Island starter Derek Downs. Trailing 3-0, it wasn't until the top of the 8th that the Patriots got on the scoreboard. The rally was started by shortstop Robert Andino.
Linson's now on second, 1 out. Andino strokes this one into shallow right field. It's going to die for a base hit. Spencer's waving Lennon around third. The throw from Lentini won't even be made. Andino had been 0 for 7 in the postseason, but now he drills an RBI single in the right. Here comes the comeback. Patriots are on the board. They trail 3-1 here in the 8th.
Somerset loaded the bases later in the inning with Michael Burgess and Matt Fields coming to the plate.
Romero, a World Series champion, against Burgess, who's peaked at the Double-A level. First pitch. Ground ball softly at the second. This could be 2. Bobble momentarily as Burrows cuts in front of the second baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. That'll be an error on Sean Burrows. Scoring is Robert Andino. Runners go station to station. Somerset's now just down 3-2 here in the 8th. The 0-1. Ground out down the third baseline. This is going to be fair. It's going to rattle around in the corner. Scoring from third is Aaron Eggleston. Rounding third and heading for home is Thomas Neal. Rounding third and heading for home is Michael Burgess. He's going to try and score from first. He is going to be out at the plate. But it is a go-ahead 2 RBI double by Matt Fields, who goes to third on the throw. Patriots now in front. They put up a crooked number here in the 8th, and they lead 4-3 against the Flock.
However, the Ducks would answer immediately in the bottom of the 8th inning. A run-scoring wild pitch to Randy Ruiz and an RBI base hit from Sean Burrows put the Ducks in front 5-4 as they took Game 2 by that very same score. The Liberty Division Championship Series shifted back to Bridgewater, New Jersey for Game 3 against the Somerset Patriots and the visiting Long Island Ducks. It was a cool, crisp fall night at TD Bank Ballpark as the Patriots training staff, coaching staff, and players were announced in front of a sellout crowd before the game. On the hill for the Patriots in Game 3 was Southpaw starter Matt Zielinski, as he towed up against Ducks righty Bobby Blevins. Zielinski worked in and out of danger through the first 3 innings, each time getting out of jams with 2 runners on base. The Patriots then broke through in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Hammer to deep right field, on its way, there it goes, that clears both walls, it is gone! A home run for Aaron Eggleston to break the scoreless tie. And the All-Star comes through. The Somerset Patriots do indeed draw first blood. They lead 1-0 thanks to that 2-out, no doubt about it, home run to deep right as Eggy turns on a high fastball.
Long Island responded in the top of the 5th inning with 4 runs against Zielinski to take a 3-run lead. In the stands, the Patriots welcomed an Atlantic League postseason record 7,835 fans. All those fans had reason to cheer when the Patriots drew within 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th.
Hit to deep right center field. On its way. There it goes. Gone! Boom! Just like that. This 4-run deficit is cut in half with 1 swing of the bat by Michael Burgess. His 2nd home run this postseason. He led the team in home runs in the regular season, and he's busting out his big wooden stick in this series. And the Patriots now just trail 5-3 here in the 6th. Now 6 RBI in 3 games for Burgess in this postseason.
The Ducks responded with a run in the top of the 7th before it was David Vidal pinch hitting for Nate Spears, who came through in the bottom half of the frame.
Long set from Kreider. The pitch from the lefty to the righty. It's looped into left center field. This is going to die for a base hit. Linton's going to round third base. The throw from Lou Ford is going to be up the third baseline. It's a pinch hit. 2-strike, RBI single from Dave Vidal. Let's eat. Somerset only down 6-4, 2 on, nobody out bottom 7, and the top of the order's coming up.
The Patriots squandered a big opportunity later that inning with Thomas Neal grounding into a double play to retire the side. The Ducks then added 3 more runs in the top of the 8th to take Game 3 by a final score of 9-4.
It'll be 2 righties towing the rubber in this matchup. Righty Bruce Kern for the Long Island Ducks and righty Will Oliver for your Somerset Patriots. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. First pitch in postseason baseball. Yeah, it'll be time to eat right here on ESPN.TV.
Live from TD Bank Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater, New Jersey, WCTC proudly presents another production of Somerset Patriots Baseball. As tonight, your Somerset Patriots remain in the Garden State to battle the Long Island Ducks in a must-win Game 4 of this 2015 Liberty Division Series. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether it be via SPN.TV or across the globe on WCTCAM.com, maybe locally in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, or maybe via your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Just search 1450 WCTC in the App Store and download that free app immediately. Glad to have Mike Sanfilippo producing on our radio side of things. Andy Selecki, Mark Schwartz, and Gina Scalzo doing a great thing in our TV end of things. It's a must-win for Somerset. They're down 2-1 in this best-of-5 set. It'll be the righty Will Oliver against righty Bruce Kern. Got to give it everything you got if you want to keep it going for tomorrow night's Game 5 if necessary at 5:05. Patriots have just taken the field. Ducks are on the top step of the dugout. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have lineups, first pitch, and baseball. And it'll be time to eat right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
And of course, up on his out down on the field, how about a big hand for Jim?
63 degrees and chilly on this Saturday evening, September 26, 2015. Once again, another edition of Serious September Baseball. It's time to meet the starting lineups here in Game 4 of the 2015 Liberty Division Series, with the Ducks leading this best-of-5 set 2-1. First for the visiting Long Island Ducks, led by fifth-year skipper Kevin Baez. Leading off, Ellen Lentini in right field. Hitting second, Delta Cleary Jr. in left field. Batting third, Lou Ford in center field. Hitting cleanup, Randy Ruiz at DH. Batting fifth, Sean Burrows at first base. Batting sixth, Dan Lyons at shortstop. And 7, 8, 9, respectively, Cody Puckett at third base, Mike Blanc at catcher, and Elmer Reyes is the second baseman, rounding out the order. These 9 gentlemen will face the righty hurler for the Somerset Patriots, the 28-year-old out of Newport Beach, California, standing at 6'2", 185 pounds, the freshly shaven Will Oliver. In 9 starts, he's 6-2 with a 3.16 ERA, 54 innings logged, only 41 hits surrendered, way less than a hit per inning, 34 strikeouts, 17 walks, exactly a 2-to-1 strikeout-to-walk ratio. Opponents only hitting .204 against him, barely above the Mendoza line. And one of the reasons why Brett Jody held him back, he dominates here at the Jewel v. Atlantic League. In 4 home starts, he's 4-0 with a 1.13 ERA. You juxtapose his numbers on the road. 5 starts, 2-2 record, 4.80 ERA. So he does not enjoy the Atlantic League room service, but he enjoys the fine dining here in Central Jersey. Here's the defense behind Will Oliver. It's actually the 4th different starting lineup that Brett Jody's trotting out. Left to right in the outfield, Eggleston, Linton, Burgess. Left to right over the diamond, Vidal, Andino, Hopkins, Fields. And the batter made of Oliver is the reigning Atlantic League Catcher of the Year, Adam Donahue. Somerset has played 17 postseason games since 2013. Big Don has been behind the plate in 16 of them as a starting catcher. Here comes Fellant Lentini. Hit .291 in the regular season, hitting .417 this postseason. And look, the difference in this postseason, the Patriots are hitting .189 as a club. The Ducks are hitting .309 as a club. The Ducks had the best offense in the regular league in the regular season, and they're continuing to rake in the postseason. First pitch is low and in. It's officially go time at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. We are underway here from the Jewel v. Atlantic League that opened up over 17 years ago, in for a called strike. Count 1-1. Now, Will Oliver has never faced the Long Island Ducks in his 9 starts. Remember, he began the year in the Frontier League where he was dominant with the Evansville Otters. 9-2 in 13 starts with 5 complete games and a 1.59 ERA. So on one hand, the Ducks have never seen him, but he's never seen the Ducks. So you hope he was paying astute attention in the first 3 games, charting pitches and learning tendencies from these hitters. Must-win situation for the Patriots. They're 2-2 in elimination games in the Brett Jody era. In for a called strike, count 2-2. It's 317 feet in the left field line, 315 feet in the right field line, 365 in the gaps, and 402 to dead center. 2-2 count to the righty, Fela Lentini, in his second straight year with the Flock, third year in the Atlantic League. The 38-year-old grounds this one to third. Grab by Vidal, 360 spin, throw to first, got him. 1 away. 4-man umpire crew for you this evening. In the regular season, there are only 3 umps per game. In the postseason, they upped the ante and put 4 umps in there. Matt Chris at third, Derek Moshe at second. Dave Speranza at home, and the crew chief is Freddie DeJesus over at first. Everybody just rotates clockwise from the first 3 games. So here comes Delta Cleary Jr. Delta hit .308 in the regular season, good for third best batting average in the Atlantic League, hitting .375 in the postseason. Last night, the Ducks won 9-4. Their first 6 runs all occurred with 2 outs. How about this? The Ducks have yet to hit a home run in this series. But they're getting some timely hits, and their teeth of the order is strong, especially Sean Burroughs, who's 8 for 12 in this series. If you were to tell me Lou Ford would be 1 for 11 in the postseason, I would never have thought the Ducks would be up 2-1 through the first 3 games, but they have a really good, complete team. Captain Lou is on deck. The 1-1, up and away. 2-1 count, 1 out. We're scoreless in the top of the first inning. 63 degrees and chilly outside. Another great crowd on hand. How about the crowd last night? 7,835, an Atlantic League postseason record. The 2-1 here to the switch hitter batting from the left side. Dribbled to short on 3 hops. Scooped up by Andino. Flick of the wrist, throw to first. And there's quickly 2 away. This will bring up Captain Lou Ford, the reigning Atlantic League MVP. Patriots are led by third-year skipper Brett Jody in the first base dugout. Brett, another tremendous regular season at the helm for Somerset. The team amassed 89 wins, sweeping both halves in the Liberty Division. Brett, earlier this season, became the fastest manager to 250 wins in Atlantic League history. Meanwhile, the Ducks are led by a savvy skipper themselves and Kevin Baez, their third base coach. He does a great job getting this team ready to play. If the Ducks can win a championship this year, they'd pretty much have a dynasty, having won 3 titles in the last 4 years. Baez also won a championship as a player when he was a shortstop for the Flock in 2004. He's a former big league infielder with the Mets in the early 90s. It'll be an 0-2 count with 2 outs here to Lou Ford. Scoreless top of the first inning. 2-strike clap picking up. Oliver kicks, fires. The 0-2. Line down the right field line. We'll do it again. Ford 1 for 11 with an RBI and no home runs in the postseason. But in the regular season, he raked as usual. 364 average, 8 homers, 63 RBI. Remember, he did spend 6 weeks in the Mexican League, so he did not have enough at-bats to qualify to be the batting leader in the Atlantic League. The 0-2. Curveball, Ford lays off. Count 1-2. Good scenery here with 287 running parallel to the left field wall. The train tracks that run north to New York City parallel to the right field wall. The American flag waving beyond the batter's eye in dead center. It'll be a 1-2 here to Captain Lou. Liner to deep right, drifting back is Michael Burgess, right in front of the warning track, and he hauls it in. Nice 1-2-3 free and easy frame from Will Oliver. Through 1/2 inning of play, it's none for Somerset and none for Long Island. The Patriots, they're coming to bat on the New Talk Radio, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Somerville Aluminum is a full-service home remodeling company.
Our new state-of-the-art showroom provides our team with the tools they need to help you realize your dream home. Under one roof, you can touch and feel decking materials, check out our working shower display, or walk through our fully functional kitchen.
Seeing is believing, and we welcome you to visit us at our new location at 20 County Line Road, Branchburg, New Jersey.
All October long, take 15% off any Somerville Aluminum project.
Your wrist bone's connected to your x-ray. Your x-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now. Your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots baseball team. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Through one half inning of play, it's none for Long Island. Somerset, they're coming to bat. Here's the starting nine for Somerset, led by third-year skipper Brett Jody. Leading off, Robert Andino at shortstop, hitting second, Aaron Eggleston in left field. Batting third, Thomas Neal at DH. Cleaning up, Michael Burgess in right field. Hitting fifth, Matt Fields at first base. Batting sixth, David Al at third base. And 7, 8, 9, respectively, Greg Hopkins at second base, Ali Linton in center field, and Adam Donahue is the catcher, rounding out the order. These 9 gentlemen will face the righty hurler for the Long Island Ducks, Bruce Kern, 6'1", 175-pounder out of Suffolk County, New York. He was born and raised on Long Island. Now he's pitching for his hometown team, 27 years old on the season, 9-6 record. Began the year as a reliever. Now he's a starter. 40 games, 13 starts, 3.51 ERA. 72 innings pitched, 107.2 innings pitched, I should say, 99 hits allowed, 102 Ks, 31 walks, opponents hitting .242 against Kern. 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He throws hard. He's got a good curveball. In for a called strike, 0-1. He's done very well against Somerset this year. 6 games, 3 starts, 2-1 record, 2.52 ERA. He's their 4th starter. The 0-1. Low and in, count 1-1 here to Robert Andino, who's 1 for 12 in the postseason. You know, turning point of last night's game. Patriots are mounting a comeback. They're down by 2, bottom of the 7th, 2 on, no one out, and Dino pops up a bunt. And he lines this one sharply in the left field, but caught by Delta Cleary Jr. So we told you Delta Cleary's in left. Let's tell you the rest of the outfield. It's Lou Ford in center field and Fellet Lentini in right. Left to right are on the diamond. Puckett, Lyons, Reyes, Burrows, and the batter mid of Kern is Blanc. Ducks are using the same starting lineup for the 4th straight game. Meanwhile, Somerset has used 4 different starting lineups for the first 4 games. So Robert Andino lines out. And here comes Aaron Eggleston. Aggie 5 for 8 in the postseason. Had a home run last night. He actually broke up the no-hitter in Game 2 and the no-hitter in Game 3. 289 average in the regular season, 7th best in the Atlantic League. In for a called strike, 1-1. And you think about this, I mean, this is a guy who hit 188 in the postseason in 2013. Didn't even start in the postseason in any games last year, and he's hitting 625 this year. The 1-1 here to Eggleston. Fastball in for a called strike, count 1-2. Talking to some of the players, look, they need to get off to better starts. I mean, Somerset is getting no hit the first time through the order here. They need to make some adjustments offensively and help their pitchers out. The 1-2. Curveball inside. 2-2 count, 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless. Game number 4 of this Liberty Division Series. The Patriots and Ducks have met 308 times. The all-time series is 154 to 154. Fastball hits the inside corner, called strike 3. Eggy down looking. And Eggleston has some words for home plate umpire Dave Speranza. A violent ring-up from Speranza. And here comes Thomas Neal. And Neal really could have catapulted the Patriots in front, or at least tied the game last night. Bottom 7, 1 out, bags full. He bangs into a 6-4-3 double play that was nicely turned up the middle, started by Dan Lyons. Neal just 1 for 9 in the postseason. Patriots hitting 189 as a team in the postseason. It's really a 2-man show, and Michael Burgess, who's on deck, and Eggy, who just struck out. Everybody else is hitting 250 or worse on this team. This is a guy who hit 290 in the regular season. Ground ball, weakly hit to second base. Elmer Reyes charging in. Sidearm flip to first. Inning over. Bruce Kern works an easy first inning. Both teams go down in order. Through 1, we're scoreless. To the second we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Let's take a walk in my mind, you and me. Let's see what these Pats do on the field, in the community. Doing it all for each other. Winning on and off, my brother. Their next championship is first on their minds. It's so hard to measure what is inside. But if I held it in my hand, oh, how much they want to bring it every night to the fans. It begins with the original brother and on to an endless medley. The story's far from over. There's more to it, you see? The staff behind the scenes prepares this place into a dream. Pulling the strings, making it happen. The lights come on, pure magic. Every game full of 90-foot wars, a desire to be on top of the score. When the game ends, they stand tall, because here come the victory balls. Battle tested on any given night, every game a 15-round knockout fight. Whichever walk-up was played or who toes the rubber, these Pats come together as a band of brothers. A bunch of wins and a playoff berth. Yup. Are we done yet? Nope. Here you're going to see red, white, and blue slapping high fives. One Patriots Park, where you feel most alive.
Ruiz has so much respect from the Patriots. He's actually been intentionally walked twice within the first 3 games. Found in the netting behind home plate. Count 0-2. Had a 2 RBI double late in the game last night that really broke it open. You know, it seemed like every time Somerset would inch close last night in that pivotal game 3, the Ducks would end up separating themselves from the ensuing half inning. Swinging and a miss at a high fastball. 94 miles per hour in the gun from Will Oliver. 4 up, 4 down. 17 pitches thus far. 1 out. No one on. Top of the second, we're scoreless. And here comes Sean Burrows, who's been the most valuable player in this series thus far. 8 for 12 video game type numbers for Sean Burrows. 7 singles, a double, a walk, and 4 RBI. He had a game-tying RBI single in the 5th inning last night against Zielinski. He had the game-winning RBI single in Game 2 against Connor Little on the pond. In for a called strike, 0-1. This is a guy who had .340 in the regular season and won the Atlantic League batting title. 35 years old in Long Beach, California. The 0-1. Fastball away, count 1-1. He just plays tennis with the baseball up there. He's got a short, compact swing. He can pepper the ball to all fields. The 1-1 here from Oliver, who shakes off Donahue. Now they're going to sign. Oliver kicks, fires the pitch. Curveball sliced down the left field line, foul. Count 1-2. And it was the Ducks that really bolstered their team on August 12th with that big blockbuster trade, acquiring Sean Burrows for a fellow All-Star and Brian Sabatella from Bridgeport. Burrows pulls an outside pitch to second, gobbled up by Hopkins. Flips it over to Fields, 5 up, 5 down for Will Oliver. And here comes Dan Lyons. Affordable family fun at its finest. Great crowd on hand here on this Saturday evening. This is the place to be in Central Jersey. Here comes Lyons. Lyons hitting just .200 in this postseason. He's been a good postseason player before. 3 years ago, he's the Atlantic League Championship Series MVP in 2012 when he laid down a walk-off RBI safety squeeze against the Barnstormers in Game 5 against Butch Hobson's squad. Fastball low and in, count 1-0. 63 degrees. I mean, this is serious September baseball. Low and away, count 2-0. But Oliver's working with the short sleeves on the hill. And Oliver's one of the many midseason acquisitions that Somerset made. You know, they lost a lot of their starting pitching staff, like Sean Bierman to the Orioles, Lucas Irvin to the Diamondbacks, Randy Boone to Taiwan. And they end up filling them with guys like a Roy Merritt who won Game 1. And Will Oliver is pitching here in Game 4. In for a called strike, count 2-1. Getting back Mickey Story from the Dodgers organization. Adding a Kramer Snead who could be available. Any signs of trouble from Will Oliver. The 2-1. Low and away, count 3-1. And it's an interesting story how Will Oliver is here. You know, he kind of outgrew the Frontier League. There was kind of an age limit in the Frontier League, and he was ineligible to play there. So he told his skipper, Andy McCauley, look, find me a new team. And he said, I'll hook you up with Somerset. Lyons grounds out to his counterpart. It's a 6-3 putout, inning over. Through an inning and a half, we're scoreless. 6 up, 6 down for Will Oliver. He looks real strong thus far. Only has tossed 26 pitches. Through an inning and a half, we're scoreless. Bottom 2 coming up on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Robin, you can move forward a few steps, Robin. A little bit more, Robin. Robin, you get a handicap. Keep Robin, yep. Oh boy. Nobody's listening at all. All right. If you're ready, we're waiting for the horn. And enough. Oh, we've had one disaster already. Here they come down the home stretch. It's going to be close. And you will by a nose, the guy in the red. Does he actually touch the finish line? Yes, you're the winner. Make a difference in childhood cancer. Donations of any size are welcome by scanning the QR code on the seat in front of you or entering the raffle to win one of the gold accented jerseys to play.
Bottom second we go. We're scoreless here from the Jewel of the Atlantic League. That is TD Bank Ballpark. Game number 4 of this best-of-5 first-round set between the wild card winning Long Island Ducks and the two-time Liberty Division half champs, the Somerset Patriots. 2-1, Ducks lead. Bottom second, we're scoreless. Here comes lefty Michael Burgess, who's been an absolute stud and a beast for Somerset. Burgess absolutely raking in the postseason for the Somerset Patriots. This is a guy with .251 with 15 homers and 59 RBI in the regular season. In the postseason, hitting .417 with 2 homers and 6 RBI. In the regular season, he did homer off of Bruce Kern. I talked to Burgess in the postgame show on Wednesday when he was a double shy of the cycle in the 5-3 Somerset win. He said, I get butterflies before every game. And he said, when you get butterflies, it's a good thing because it means you care. First pitch, swing and a miss, count 0-1 on the changeup. Burgess, a very aggressive hitter. Doesn't walk too many times. He's up there to grip it and rip it. No batting gloves for Michael. They'll get married on October 15th. So he's going to get a ring mid-October. He wants to get a ring in early October as well. The 0-1. Cue shot foul behind home plate. Once again, Burgess displaying his aggressive approach. 0-2 count here from Bruce Kern. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom second, we're scoreless. Kern just needed 10 pitches to retire the side in order in the first. Somerset actually had an optional batting practice today. So Jody wanted to take the pressure off the guys. Most of the guys came out. Low and in, count 1-2. For the most part, optional means mandatory with this team, but Brett's just trying to get this club as relaxed as possible. Look, the key to success is having fun with friends. This is just a game. It'll be a 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2 canter to Burgess. They've got the David Ortiz shift on for Burgess. If you're watching on ESPN.TV, you can see that the shortstop is behind the second base bag. The second baseman's in shallow right field. The first baseman's pretty deep behind the first base bag. Only one defender on the left side of the infield. Burgess does have opposite field power. The 2-2 is line in the netting behind home plate. A strong swing right there from Michael. Count 2-2, who has 3 minor league championships. Michael has peaked at the AA level with the Nationals and Orioles organizations. Began the year in AA with the Orioles, hit below 200 there, and he latched on with Somerset Father's Day weekend, and he's been clutch and a middle-of-the-order hitter ever since. The 2-2 popped up in the infield. Calling everybody off is going to be Bruce Kern, and it ball drops! It drops between Kern and Burrows. That'll be a single for Michael Burgess because nobody touched the ball. I mean, first off, Kern's got to get out of the way. You never see pitchers catch fly balls unless it's like a bunt in the air right to the pitcher. On a sky-high, lot of hang time pop, that's either got to be the catcher or the first baseman. Usually it's the first baseman who takes charge because the catcher's got the mask on. He's got to toss away the mask, then find the ball. That's got to be Sean Burrows' ball. That's a former big league first baseman right there. I mean, he's got to know better than that. And fortunately for Somerset, that ball stayed in fair territory. It dropped in on the grass. Sometimes it could kick foul. And Burgess stays at first. So it's ruled a hit because nobody touched the ball. So Burgess' .417 average will balloon. And maybe that's the break this team needs. Curveball away, count 1-0 here to Fields. I mean, Kern's got to sprint out of the way. I blame Kern on that one. Matt, just 2 hits and 11 at-bats, but those 2 hits have been clutch. The 1-0, swing and a miss, count 1-1. One of them was a home run that tied the game at 2 in the 4th inning of Game 1. The other one was a 2 RBI double that gave the Patriots a brief 4-3 lead in Game 2. Had 3 strikeouts last night. Fields' big guy, 6'5", 235 pounds, and 16 starts, including the postseason. He's got 15 RBI. He's been a good player, low and in. Count 2-1. 6 home runs and 16 starts for Fields. He was just signed on September 1st. Was in the Diamondbacks and Royals organization earlier this year. In fact, he was in big league spring training camp backing up Eric Hosmer at first base for the Kansas City Royals in the Cactus League in March. The 2-1. Fisted behind home plate foul. 2-2 count, runner on first, nobody out. Scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd inning here for 30-year-old Matt Fields. 199 career minor league home runs for Fields. A native of Seattle, Washington. Earlier this week, celebrated his 2-year wedding anniversary. Has peaked at the AAA level. The 2-2. Foul tip into the mini, a Blanc, strike 3. So that's now 4 straight strikeouts for Fields dating back to last night's game. So 1 on, 1 out. And here comes David Vidal, who surprisingly did not start last night. But Kern looks sharp. Vidal led the team in RBI with 63. Had a clutch pinch hit RBI single in the bottom of the 7th inning last night, hitting for Nate Spears. That jump-started that brief rally, but ultimately the Neal double play would kill that rally. Vidal led the league in double plays banged into at 22. In fact, he even hit into a triple play this season. Ducks ready to turn 2 with the middle infielders pinching up the middle. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. First pitch upstairs, count 1-0 to the very selective David Vidal. David hit .259 in the regular season with 12 home runs. That was tied for 2nd most in the team with his roommate Greg Hopkins, who's on deck. 5 strikeouts, though, for David Vidal. I mean, he's a guy like Fields who's going to strike out because he has a long swing. Up and in, check swing, did he go? I do not think he went. No, he did not, says Freddie DeJesus. Count 2-0 here to David Vidal. Very rarely would you see David swing at a 2-0 count. Burgess on first, who has pretty good wheels for a cleanup hitter. Kern from the stretch from the 3rd base side of the bump. 1 out, bottom 2nd, we're scoreless. The 2-0. Burgess on the move. It's a called strike. Throw to 2nd is going to be in time. He is out. Somebody had to miss a sign right there. Somebody missed a sign. I mean, you can see the way Shane Spencer is just kind of walking away from the 3rd base coach's box. Somebody missed a sign. And Burgess is caught stealing. That just can't be happening in the 144th game of the season. You can't be missing a sign. The 2-1. Found the inning behind home plate. Count 2-2. Burgess didn't get a great jump. I think it was a hit and run, and Vidal didn't know about it. That's just stuff that can't be happening at this point of the season. And you got to take advantage of that drop pop-up in the infield, and you just run yourself out of a potential big inning. The 2-2. Curveball called strike 3, and Vidal throws his helmet and bat in frustration. Man, Somerset had something brewing, and then a missed sign ended that rally. Through 2, we're scoreless. To the 3rd we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need
Sorry.
help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
For complete family eye care, go to the Patriots Go. See Dr. Ivy Ehrlich and Dr. Martin Storbeck at the Bridgewater Optometric Center located at Pearl Vision in the Somerset Shopping Center. At Supercuts, details matter. That's why we end every haircut with a refreshing hot towel finish, so you'll leave feeling clean and ready to go. Find a location near you at supercuts.com. Getting his cuts in to start the road half of the third in a scoreless game will be Cody Puckett. 6 up, 6 down for Oliver on 26 pitches. In fact, Kern and Oliver are each at 26 pitches. There's one hit in this game. It was an infield single by Burgess. Puckett was a stud last night. 4 hits and 2 RBI last night. Has 4 RBI in the series. The Apple Valley, California native takes the first pitch. In for a called strike. Count 0-1. He's a career .286 hitter with the Ducks in 2 seasons. Actually had a buzz cut in spring training. Has not cut his hair the entire season. Now he has long brown hair that flows to the back of his cap. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Dave Speranza. No even need to appeal. Count 0-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the third, we're scoreless. Seems like both pitchers are locked in thus far. Puckett hit .325 against the Patriots in the regular season. .275 overall. Fastball away on a waste pitch. Count 1-2. That .275 average was good for 10th best batting average in the Atlantic League. Of the top 10 hitters in the Atlantic League, the Ducks have 4 of them. The 1-2. Ground ball softly hit to second base. Gloving it is Hopkins. And he tosses it over to Fields. 7 up, 7 down for Will Oliver. Here comes Mike Blanc. Blanc went 1 for 5 last night with an RBI double, but Oliver looks sharp. Oliver's a former 35th round draft pick by the New York Yankees in 2010 at Palomar College in San Marcos, California. Actually played high school baseball against Somerset's D.H. Thomas Neal. So it was good that he had a familiar face in the clubhouse when he came over in early August. Foul behind home plate, count 0-1. And I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is the guy who began the year in the Frontier League. And Somerset's had a lot of success with guys coming over from the Frontier League to play with the big boys here in the Atlantic League over the years. David Harden, Josh Lowy come to mind. Matt Zielinski last night starter. Anthony Caiazzo, a lefty reliever. Will Oliver tonight starter. Count 0-2 here to Blanc. And Oliver's getting ahead in the count. Oliver's only peaked at the single-A level with the Yankees. He's a great athlete in high school. He was a water polo player, a soccer player, and a baseball player. Actually has 12 varsity letters. Pop up in the infield, calling everybody off, is going to be Robert Andino, running over to the second base side to make the catch. 8 up, 8 down for Oliver. 2 outs, top third, we're scoreless. And here comes Elmer Reyes. In fact, Oliver actually had a full scholarship to play soccer at St. John's University, which ironically is the alma mater of Bruce Kern, the starting pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. We can tie everything together. Liner into shallow left field. This will die for a base hit. So Elmer Reyes, who had 1 hit in the series, now has 2, as the number 9 hitter dinks one to shallow left field. And let's see if Elmer Reyes thinks about stealing here with Lentini at the plate. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to steal if you're a number 9 hitter in the order, because if you get caught stealing, well, then you got your leadoff hitter to lead off the 4th inning. So 2 outs, runner on first, and here comes Felin Lentini, who grounded at the third his first time up. Elmer Reyes only played in 16 games in the regular season and did not even attempt a stolen base. Lentini hitting .385 this postseason. But talking with Oliver, he said all 3 of those sports that the 2 other sports that he played in high school really helped him out. Water polo helped him give him strength in his core and his legs, because you're always treading water when you're playing water polo. And he said soccer was great for him because it helped his endurance and stamina. You're always running around. Good athlete. The 0-1. Dribbler behind home plate foul. Count 0-2. Oliver enjoys going lobster diving in his free time. So next time you go to your local supermarket and you see those like lobsters swimming around near the deli, little Oliver probably dove for him. I've never even heard of lobster diving until I interviewed him on a postgame show a couple weeks ago. The 0-2. Liner to second on 3 hops. Bobbled momentarily by Hopkins. Throw to first. Inning over. The 2-out single proves to be harmless. Oliver looks great. Through 2.5. We're scoreless. Bottom third coming up here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now. Your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots baseball team. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Affinity Federal Credit Union. Banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can belong to something better at www.joinaffinity.com. Thanks so much for spending part of your Saturday evening with me. Game number 4 of this Best of 5 Liberty Division Series. A must-win situation for the Somerset Patriots. The Long Island Ducks playing with house money. The Ducks lead this set 2-1. Bottom third scoreless, and here comes Greg Hopkins. And what an intriguing storyline this is. Greg Hopkins and Bruce Kern. Hopkins the hitter and Kern the pitcher. They were college roommates and college teammates at St. John's. They were both drafted in 2010. Kern by the Rockies and Hopkins by the Brewers. They're best friends. In fact, Kern's getting married in November, and one of the groomsmen is going to be Greg Hopkins. Upstairs, count 1-0, and now they're facing each other in this first-round set in the Atlantic League. Hopkins has really struggled in the postseason. He's 0 for 11. Plus, he made an error that led to a run in Game 1. The 1-0. Upstairs, count 2-0, which is very surprising to me because I thought Hopkins had all the makings to be a great postseason player. And look, it's only 3 games, very small sample size. Each team with no runs on 1 hit. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nobody out, nobody on. The 2-0. Good take by Hopkins in for a called strike, 2-1. Look, when you're 0 for 11, take a strike on a 2-0 count. This is a guy in Hopkins who had 266 in the regular season, 12 homers and 51 RBI. First-year member in the Atlantic League. The 2-1 to the 26-year-old second baseman is swung on and missed in the curveball. Count 2-2. Hopkins has not used batting gloves. He said he only had 2 batting gloves to start the season. He went through them all, and he says batting gloves are too expensive, so he learned to hit with no batting gloves. The 2-2. Curveball called strike 3. Hopkins down looking. I mean, that was a hanger, and he should have swung at that. I don't know. I guess he was looking for the fastball in that situation. That is 4 strikeouts for Bruce Kern. 7 up, 7 down, including 3 straight Ks. And here's Ollie Linton, who was 1 for 4 in his first start last night with a bunt single. Ollie, of course, is starting in place of the injured Johnny Tucker, who is now on the inactive list for the rest of this series with a left hamstring injury. Now, Tucker would be eligible to play in the championship series should Somerset get there, which begins on Wednesday. But it's probably not likely that Tucker would be healthy for that championship series. Hamstring injuries usually take a few weeks. And Tucker's already dealt with a nagging calf injury this year that kept him out 41 games. Linton hit .256 in the regular season, the 1-0. Liner and the netting behind home plate, count 1-1. Speaking of injuries, he was injured with a left hamstring injury for 6 weeks. So it's kind of ironic that he replaces somebody with another left hamstring injury. It's been a very banged up unit, which was all the more impressive the fact that Somerset actually won the second half. Ground ball to second. Elmer Reyes ranging to his left. And he picks it up and throws to first. 8 up, 8 down for Bruce Kern. Both pitchers are locked in right now. Who's going to flinch first? Bottom third, scoreless. Nobody has a really, there's not even really a hard out in this game. A lot of soft groundouts and strikeouts from either team. There's been one hit on each side. I shouldn't say 8 up, 8. Yeah, I should say 8 up, 8 down because Burgess was caught stealing, but Tucker's coaching first. Each team has a hit. Somerset's was a lucky hit. It was an infield hit that was dropped on a pop-up. Curveball hits the outside corner, count 0-1. The curveball is working beautifully for Bruce Kern. Here's Donahue, hitless in the postseason. He's starting for the third time in 4 games, swinging and a miss of that curveball. Count 0-2. This is the guy in Donahue with .368 in the postseason last year. But he's 0 for 6 with 2 Ks. .237 hitter in the regular season. The 0-2, fastball just outside, and Kern took 5 steps off the hill. So did every single Duck defender, insinuating that they thought that was strike 3, as did I. Wow, where did that miss? New life here for the number 9 hitter, Adam Donahue. Scoreless, bottom of the third. Donahue never hit a home run off a right-hander in the regular season. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Bruce Kern has 5 strikeouts through 3 innings of scoreless baseball. This is shaping up to be a tremendous pitcher's duel between Oliver and Kern. A third of the way through this contest, we're scoreless here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
From live sports and event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, utilizing cutting-edge technology invented and refined over the past decade, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age. Our customized, state-of-the-art mobile broadcasting unit allows for a versatile, uninterrupted broadcast to coincide with a crisp, clear picture that can be viewed on your phone, tablet, or computer. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. For over 100 years, Carrier Clinic has offered specialized services to care for individuals suffering from psychiatric and addictive disorders. Visit www.carrierclinic.org to learn more. Carrying the bat in the top of the 4th inning will be Delta Cleary Jr., each team with no runs and 1 hit. We are scoreless through 3. Both pitchers are absolutely locked in. Oliver's dotting his fastballs. Meanwhile, Kern's breaking balls are tremendous. Kern has 5 Ks through 3 innings. Oliver just 1 strikeout, but pitching to contact and doing a great job. Must-win game for the Patriots. First pitch to Delta Cleary, second time through the order. Here's a curveball inside. Cal 1-0, and adjustments are going to be crucial for Long Island because, remember, this is the first time they've seen Will Oliver all season. But 1-0. Low and in, count 2-0, and, you know, unlike the major leagues and even other maybe affiliated leagues, video is kind of sparse here in the Atlantic League. ESPN.TV does a great job, but there's not like a video server that teams can get comprehensive scouting reports from. You really got to go via the eye test when you see teams or, you know, talk to maybe players who've played against Oliver in other leagues or other teams. The 2-1. Looper down the left field line. It's going to hook fair. It'll rattle around in the corner. And this should be an extra base hit for Delta Cleary Jr., and he'll stand up going to second. Inside-out swing for Delta Cleary, and he hooks one fair to the left field line. And the leadoff man's on second base with nobody out in the top of the fourth inning. And here comes Captain Lou Ford, who's 1 for 12 in the postseason. His job right now, hit the ball to the right side and move Delta over to third with 1 out. Ford in 6 seasons with the Ducks is a career .347 hitter. Long set for Will Oliver. Lou's going to go down as one of the greatest Atlantic League players of all time. The 39-year-old takes a called strike, 0-1. He also serves the team's hitting instructor as well, so he throws batting practice and hits BP. Wide stance from the right side for Captain Lou. The 0-1 with a runner on second, nobody out, top of the fourth scoreless. The pitch from the righty Oliver is on its way. Pop up. Right side of the infield. Calling everybody off will be Greg Hopkins. He makes the catch. Staying at second is going to be Delta Cleary Jr. Ford 1 for 13 in the postseason. That's an unproductive out. That's a situation where you got to hit the ball on the ground and move Delta over to third. You're not going to bunt with Lou Ford. I know Baez is a fan of small ball, but you're not going to bunt with the reigning Atlantic League MVP. But in that situation, Ford's got to be savvy enough and smart enough to know to kind of tomahawk down on the ball and hit it to the right side and be late on it. He was late on it, he just popped it up. Here's Randy Ruiz. Now, you do have first base fourth, and here comes Sean Burroughs. And what do you think about putting him on here? I think that has to cross your mind if you're Brett Jody. On deck is a righty and Dan Lyons. Maybe you do an intentional walk here. I mean, the good news about Oliver, opponents with 2 outs and runners in scoring position only hit 179 against him. But Sean Burroughs is 8 for 13 in this postseason with 4 RBI. And now Oliver steps off. On deck is a righty who was 4th in the league in RBI and 4th in the league in batting average. So Lyons is a good hitter too. But do you want to face Burroughs right here? Burroughs hits .409 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Fastball away, count 1-0. Lyons only hits .242 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. I mean, the book tells you to walk Burroughs here. But it seems like right now it's a 1-0 count. This could be an intentional walk. Runner on second, 2 outs, scoreless in the fourth. This is big. Wow, they're going after him. Foul in the netting behind home plate, count 1-1. And I guess the philosophy is, look, Oliver's got really good stuff here. That was kind of a lucky squib double by Delta Cleary Jr. He's spotting his fastball. He's keeping it low. He already got Burroughs out once in this game, as Burroughs grounded out weakly to third his first time up. 2 outs, runner on second. The 1-1. Looper down the left field line, count 1-2. So now Oliver's ahead in the count 1-2. So forget about the walk. Now you got to put him away. There was a runner on second and nobody out, and Ford popped up to second. Randy Ruiz struck out on 3 pitches, and now the Atlantic League batting champion, Sean Burroughs, who's 8 for 13 with 4 RBI in this series, is down in the count 1-2 from Oliver. The 1-2. Low and in, count 2-2. Oliver won the call, did not get it from Dave Speranza. Burroughs kind of went the Josh Hamilton route a few years back. He quit baseball, had some personal issues, and had to rekindle his love for the game again, starting in 2012. This ball is lined to second, caught by Hopkins. Nice job by Oliver to challenge Burroughs. I'll eat my words, I would have walked him in that situation. Nice call by Jody and good execution by Oliver. Through 3.5, we're scoreless. Bottom of the fourth we go here on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
not yet there, will be the winner. It's an imaginary finish line. All right, both feet in. Yeah, both there. Oh, boy. All right, looks like he is ready to go. Maybe not. Yeah, hey, that's the winning prize. You get a Patriot staff radio if first one wins. All right, there is the finish line. So guys, on your mark. Get set and go! All right, the guy in the blue and the orange is in the lead on the outside. Wow, he is on fire. And there is your winner. There is your winner of the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital sack race. For more information, call or visit rwjuh.edu. Robert Johnson, a division of Rutgers University.
Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. Thomas Espel Auto Roofing, LLC is your local roofing experts proudly serving Somerset County. You can visit them online at thomasespelautoroofing.com. Mike Sanfilippo doing a great job board hopping for me in our WCTC headquarters, 15 minutes away. So thankful for people like Mark Schwartz, Andy Selecki, and Gina Scalzo doing a great job in our broadcast venue production suite just to my left. I'm Justin Antwell, live from TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League, on this brisk Saturday evening. We're scoreless in the bottom of the fourth inning in game number 4 of this best-of-5 2015 Liberty Division Series, with the Ducks leading the series 2-1 over the Patriots. 9 up, 9 down for Kern thus far. He has struck out 5 batters. Second time through the order here. Here's Robert Andino. Robert is 1 for 13 in the postseason. That one hit was an RBI single in the 8th inning in game number 2. In for a called strike, 0-1. I was kind of surprised Robert was in the starting lineup. I thought maybe they would start Spears at short, with Spears being a lefty and Andino struggling and not able to get down the bunt yesterday. Plus, Andino committed an error that led to an unearned run yesterday. Inside, count 1-1. I was still really surprised that they bunted Andino yesterday in that bottom of the 7th inning. I know it's easy to be a Monday morning quarterback. I get it. The 1-1. Hit up the middle for a base hit. Trying to make a diving backhand attempt was Elmer Reyes, but it goes past his light brown glove, and that sneaks up the middle for a base hit. A much-needed hit for Robert Andino. He was 1 for his first 13. Now he's 1 for his last 1. And here comes Aaron Eggleston. Eggy is 5 for 9 in the postseason with a homer and 1 RBI. Runner on first, nobody out. That was a play that Elmer Reyes could have made. It's definitely a hit. It was up the middle. Elmer was kind of shaded Andino up the middle, tried to backhand that ball, and it just kind of went under his glove. It's definitely a hit, though. But he asked Elmer, he should have gloved it. And that ball squirts away from Blanc, and going to second on the wild pitch is going to be Andino. It was a curveball that was low and in, and Blanc did not get in front of it. And Blanc's a big catcher at 6'4", tall, lanky frame, did not act like a hockey goalie there to smother it, and it squirts by him. So does Eggleston bunt here to get Andino over to the third with Neal on deck? Eggy's a great bunter. He not only has the propensity to bunt for a sack, he can turn that sack into a bunt single, and the Patriots already have an infield single tonight. So a single up the middle and a wild pitch puts a runner on second, no one out. This is what the Ducks had last inning and did not score. In for a called strike, count 1-1. And you talk to managers and they say, what's so imperative in the postseason is situational hitting. You have a runner on second, nobody out. Your job right now, if you're a lefty, if you're not going to bunt, pull the ball to the right side, get Robert over the third. Try and draw first blood here in the home half of the fourth in a scoreless game. The 1-1 here from Kern. Curveball high, count 2-1. That's a good job by Eggleston, because if you're asked to bunt, that doesn't mean you need to bunt on every pitch called. And the way Kern's pitching right now, and the way he's pitched Somerset all season, you're not going to get very many opportunities against this cerebral right-hander. You got to take advantage of the few you get and maximize them. 2-1 count here to Eggleston, the all-star. Low and away, 3-1. On deck is Thomas Neal. Teeth of the order coming up. Second time for the order here. Each team with no runs on 2 hits. Bottom 4, runner on second, nobody out. Kern, the righty, a Long Island native, pitching for his hometown team against the Vegas native Aaron Eggleston, the elder statesman of the team at 34. Curveball is foul behind home plate. Count 3-2 to Eggleston, who sports the high dark black socks and 3/4 length white pants. Eggleston will play winter ball in Venezuela as soon as this postseason ends. Eggleston was not even in the opening day starting lineup for Somerset. He was really the odd man out after that disappointing 2014 season, but he earned his way into the starting lineup about 2.5 weeks in. Ended up starting the All-Star game in left field that was played at Harbor Yard in mid-July and hit .289 in the regular season, 7th best batting average in the league. Also had the 6th most walks in the league at 57. A .390 OBP for Eggy. The 3-2, and that plunks him on the left elbow, and Eggleston led the Atlantic League in hit by pitches with 13. He had the 2nd best on-base percentage in the league. Only the first baseman for the Ducks, Sean Burrows, had a better OBP. So 2 on, no one out. Here comes Thomas Neal, and you cannot be bunting Thomas Neal right now. Neal does not have a sacrifice bunt this season. I know he banged into a crucial double play last night that zapped a rally in the home half of the 7th with bases loaded, 1 out, and the Patriots were down 6-4 at the time. He has hit into the 3rd most double plays in the team, but you have to let him swing away. He's 1 for 10 in the postseason. You pay him the big bucks to hit. First pitch, curveball in for a called strike, 0-1, and Puckett was in on the grass expecting a bunt. And just when you ask somebody that's not used to bunting, good things don't happen, i.e. Robert Andino last night. He's here to swing that wooden stick of his. He actually uses Curtis Granderson's bats. His best friend is Curtis Granderson. They became great friends when Neal was in the Yankees a couple years ago, and the Grandy Man was on the Yankees. Now the Grandy Man is on the NL East winning New York Mets. The 0-1. Curveball high, count 1-1. So any leftover bats that Curtis Granderson gets, he just shifts them from Queens, New York to Bridgewater, New Jersey for Thomas to use. 2 on, no one out. Scoreless bottom of the 4th inning. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. Neal had 50 RBI and a .290 average in the regular season. Fastball just off the plate. 95 miles per hour that was. Count 2-1. And Kern is nibbling and laboring. Patriots are in their home white jerseys. Ducks are in their road grays. Game 4 of this best-of-5 set. Ducks leading 2-1. Somerset trying to force a Game 5 that would be played tomorrow at 5:05. Neither team has announced their Game 5 starter. The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Lyons. He steps in the bag for 1, throw to first, in time for 2. 6-6-3 double play. Second time in as many games that Neal has banged into a crushing double play. Going to third is Andino, but there are 2 outs. Look, you can't bunt in that situation. I respect Jody for letting him swing away. Just a poor result right there. He got jammed on a fastball and hit it up the middle. Softly, Lyons fielded it. Didn't even flip it to Reyes. Took it himself, stepped in the bag, and threw to first. 2 outs. So the go-ahead run is 90 feet away, but there are 2 outs. And here comes Michael Burgess. Burgess leads the team in RBI this postseason with 6. Hitting .462, low and in. Count 1-0. Burgess hit an infield single his first time up. He homered off Kern in the regular season. Including the postseason, he has 6 home runs against Long Island this year of his 17. The 1-0. Low and in, count 2-0. Now, you have first base open. I'm surprised they don't want to maybe put on Burgess here. This could be one of those unintentional, intentional walks. Matt Fields has struck out in each of his last 4 at-bats and is just 2 for 12 in the postseason, while Burgess is hitting .462 this postseason. A 6 for 13 clip. The 2-0 to the lefty. Up and away, 3-0. And this is one of those unintentional, intentional walks here. And I give Burgess the green light right now. I absolutely give him the green light. Look, you got 2 guys hitting on this team. It's Eggleston and Burgess, and they're going to intentionally walk him. So Burgess gets the intentional walk. I'm surprised they even threw 3 pitches to him, but now he's granted the free pass. That is the smart decision by Kevin Bias. Men on the corners, 2 outs. Scoreless bottom 4, and here comes Matt Fields. And whenever somebody in front of you gets intentionally walked, that's a slap in your face. And you know that Fields has to be extra motivated. A man with 199 career minor league home runs and 6 home runs and 16 starts for Somerset. 2 for 12 this postseason. First pitch, curveball away, count 1-0. Matt, 6'5", 235-pounder, size 16 shoe. His pregame ritual, eating a Nutella sandwich before every game. The 1-0. Men in the corners, 2 outs, scoreless bottom 4. High chopper to the third baseline, foul. Count levels at 1-1 here to Matt Fields. Fields is a great story. He was drafted out of high school by the Tampa Bay Rays in 2004. Ended up quitting baseball in 2011. Just lost love for the game. Ended up going back home to Seattle with his girlfriend and ended up working at the Seattle airport as a baggage claim attendant. And after a year working at the airport and lifting heavy bags to stay in shape, he said, I want to play baseball again. And ended up reaching the AAA level earlier this summer. Low and away, count 2-1 here to Fields. And Fields spent many years in the Kansas City Royals organization, so it was very humbling for him to see all those Royals succeed last year by winning the American League and reaching the World Series and ultimately losing to the Giants in that Game 7. But those are guys that he played with growing up. The Hosmers and the Moustakas and the Gordons. Liner in the netting behind home plate, count 2-2. Men in the corners, 2 outs. Bottom 4, scoreless. And nobody loves social media more than Matt Fields. He's always on Twitter. He's always on Facebook. He's always on Instagram. He's a very spiritual man. 6'1" pitcher against 6'5" hitter. And Dino on third had a leadoff single. On first is Burgess. He was intentionally walked. Scoreless, bottom of the 4th. Can the Patriots draw first blood? The 2-2 with 2 outs. Curveball dribbled in the third baseline foul. We'll do it again. Kern is battling. Great crowd on hand. Last night we had 7,835. That was an Atlantic League postseason record for most fans at one game. It's been a great playoff series. The 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. So this will release Burgess from first base. He'll be on the move. He's the trail runner with 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in a scoreless game in the bottom of the 4th inning. The righty Bruce Kern, the sport management major out of St. John's University, against Matt Fields. Kern has peaked at the Double-A level. Men in the corners, 2 outs. Scoreless bottom 4 in a must-win game for the Somerset Patriots with their backs against the wall. The 3-2, Burgess in the move. It's low and away, and Fields walks. And here comes David Vidal, who just a couple weeks ago hit a grand slam during that Southwest trip to Texas against the Skeeters. The Patriots actually hit 3 grand slams in the month of September. And now Marty Jansen, the pitching coach, is out to calm down Bruce Kern. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This inning started with an infield single by Robert Andino, who advanced to second a wild pitch. Eggleston was then hit by a pitch. He leads the league in hit by pitches. It was the 14th time he's been hit by a pitch. Got hit on the left elbow, but he wears one of those Barry Bonds elbow guards, so it didn't hurt him. Then Neal banged into a 6-6-3 double play. Burgess was intentionally walked, and Fields works a full count 8-pitch walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Scoreless, bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes David Vidal, who led the team in RBI with 63 in the regular season. He is 2 for 9 in the postseason with an RBI. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. First pitch, ground ball to short. Fielded by Lyons, flips it to second. The short way, inning over. David's usually so patient, but very rare to see him swing at the first pitch, and he does just that, and he throws his helmet into the dugout. I don't know why he swung at that first pitch. I mean, I would continue to make Kern sweat a little bit right there. We just had a mound visit. The bases were loaded, but it's a huge fielder's choice. Through 4, we're scoreless. To the 5th we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Your wrist bone's connected to your X-ray. Your X-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
Through 4 innings of play, we're scoreless. Each team with no hits, 2 errors, and no runs. I'm Justin Antwell. Joining me for this half inning is former Rutgers Athletic Director and Somerset Patriots Senior Advisor, Bob Mulcahy. Bob, it's Justin Antwell. Good to see you on a great fall evening. Serious September baseball. This is what it's all about. Backs against the wall. Got to win this.
It sure is. If there's ever a must game, tonight's a must game because there is no tomorrow.
Well, we hope there is at 5:05.
No, I mean if we don't win.
Right. Low and away, count 1-0. Oliver's looked sharp. Somerset kind of wasted an opportunity last half inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and come away empty-handed. But it's really about who's going to flinch first here.
I know, and we're having trouble getting runs. After last night, when we started out there with a home run, I thought, well, maybe this was our night, but it just didn't seem to happen. And then we got behind too far. And, after winning both divisions this year, but Long Island's been our nemesis.
The Ducks got a good team. They can surely hit the ball. Count 2-1. Nobody out, nobody on. Lions at the plate. Lions hit .301 in the regular season. This is a guy who's a career .248 hitter. Just had a renaissance here at the plate. The 2-1. Up and away. Count 3-1. And you have to wonder if that long bottom of the 4th inning maybe affected Will Oliver and got him a little rusty. You know how pitchers are. They're creatures of habit. But you feel like there's a lot of pressure on Somerset this year with the way they kind of ended in the postseason the last 2 years, Bob? What are you feeling?
There's no question. And, I was talking to our guys before the game. Nice play.
Liner to the third, caught by Vidal. 1 out. Right place at the right time for David. 1 away.
They were pretty loose, but they knew. They knew there was a pressure to win tonight. But you know what? It's been a great year. The fans had a great time. Look at last night. We set a new attendance record for playoffs in the Atlantic League.
Yes, sir.
And when you do that, you're doing something right. And it's part of Steve's philosophy about this is the fit for the fans and all the things that we do for the fans and for the kids. I mean, you walk the concourse and you see.
Hit to deep right center field. Now Linton tracks it down. 2 outs. Good acceleration.
Nice catch.
And tip your cap to the front office staff. They've been working so hard since Somerset clinched on July 2nd. Everybody involved, from Matt Kopis, our director of tickets, to everybody else.
No question. They're a great staff. They care. They work long hours.
Yes.
And I've been very, very pleased and frankly proud of the way they work and the way they work together as a team. And, one of the funny things is when it rains, everybody, including Patrick McVeary, the president's out there pulling the tarp on the field.
You know it. Curveball upstairs. Count 1-0. 2 outs. Top of the 5th for scoreless. I'm joined by Somerset Patriots Senior Advisor Bob Mulcahy. Game number 4 of the Liberty Division Series. The 1-0. Curveball upstairs. Count 2-0.
It's interesting. He either throws a 95-mile-an-hour fastball or a 75-mile-an-hour curveball.
Yeah, that 20-mile-per-hour difference will keep you off balance. The 2-0 in for
a
strike, count 2-1. What's the best advice you have for somebody playing in the postseason or a bowl game when you were the athletic director? What do you tell somebody for a big game?
First of all, you want to tell them to be loose and have fun, because that's one way. It's all in how you approach the game, and if you put too much pressure on, then everybody gets tight. and they got to be loose enough, and they got to get a little bit of something going so that they have some confidence. Everything is a level of confidence, and if we scored a couple of runs, there'd be a better level of confidence. What you really want to do is get them in a frame of mind so that they're confident and loose. And then, but there's a lot of tricks to that, and there are all kind of different methods to do it. And it depends on your players and your team and what really motivates them in the way that you think is important.
Rocket down the left field line foul. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Scoreless top of the 5th inning here. Great pitcher's duel brewing between Will Oliver and Bruce Kern. 2 cerebral right-handers. I'm flanked by Bob Mulcahy this half inning. And how about the Rutgers football team today getting a nice win just about 5 minutes away at High Point Solution Stadium over Kansas?
Yeah, I was down there this afternoon, and
he did not go around. Count 3-2.
And, they got it together a little bit, but the tough part of the schedule starts with the next one, Michigan State and Indiana and Ohio State. That's pretty tough. And then you get Wisconsin and Michigan and Nebraska. Not too bad. And I saw Maryland got whacked today by West Virginia.
Yep, ground ball to second base ends the inning. Bob, final thoughts as we put a lid on the 2000. Hopefully we'll talk to you maybe next week for the championship series.
No question. I expect to be here.
Good. I do too.
I think that we're going to rally here and we're going to do something. I'm very confident about that. But most of all, I want to thank the fans for being so great this year, coming out. We've gotten a lot of accolades. Our ballpark was #1 in the Independent League. There's just a lot of great things about this. It's a tribute to Somerset County, and it's a tribute to Steve Califer and his brand of management of a stadium. And I want to thank you, Justin, for the great job you do. You do a wonderful job. We're happy to have you. And
thank you, sir.
Good luck.
I'm a top 8 broadcaster in the Atlantic League for 4 straight years, so it's something to be proud of. Bob, thanks so much. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 5th, scoreless here on SBN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Would you like to showcase your group or organization in the heart of Central Jersey? Then the Somerset Patriots have the perfect opportunity for you. Groups of 30 or more can now reserve their spot to take the field at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater before a game this season. Have your school's band drum up a performance to remember on the field, or have your dance company pull out a showstopper to begin the night's entertainment. You can even bring your martial arts group out to pump up the crowd before the game. There are also plenty of opportunities for the singers to get involved. From performing a song of your choice to honoring America with the Star-Spangled Banner, singers can take center stage right before the game begins. All of these groups can enjoy special discounted tickets at our group rate, beginning at just $8.50. So visit SomersetPatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 today to find out how your organization can be seen by thousands in Central Jersey's hometown ballpark.
Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification, the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Count 0-1 to Hopkins. Bottom of the 5th, we are scoreless. The 0-1. Upstairs, count 1-1. Quickly want to remind you about Reps Fitness Supply. They're the ultimate fitness store, and they want to pump you up. From treadmills to home gyms, Reps has it all at the guaranteed lowest price. Visit them in Somerville, New Jersey. The 1-1 here to Hopkins. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th, we're scoreless. Low and away, count 2-1 here. Also time to tell you about PNC. They're proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit them at pnc.com. All right, back at it here from the Jewel of the Atlantic League. It is TD Bank Ballpark. Scoreless bottom 5th. Great to have Bob Mulcahy join me. Count 2-2 to Hopkins, who's 0 for 12 in the postseason, facing his college roommate, Bruce Kern. How about Will Oliver? He's just looked great. So is Bruce Kern. This has been a fantastic pitcher's duel. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Greg Hopkins is 0 for 13 in the postseason. I'm stunned. I thought Greg Hopkins had like 7 for 15 written all over him. I just thought he was built to be a great postseason player. And look, you can't overreact to 3.5 games, but it is a bit surprising that he's 0 for 13. And I think it's getting all mental right now for Hopkins because he has all the tools to succeed. He struck out twice looking tonight. He's 0 for 13 in this postseason. I love the Hopper. I drive the Hopkins bandwagon. Here's Ollie Linton. Maybe he thinks about dragging down a bunt. First pitch. Up and away, count 1-0. Had a beautiful bunt single. You couldn't have rolled that bunt any better last night. The jump starter rally. Little lefty out of California, the 1-0. Swing and a miss in the breaking ball, count 1-1. Both pitchers just locked in. You know the Ducks don't want to go to a Game 5, especially here with the home field advantage for Somerset, and Somerset has to win this one. Looper in the shallow center, Ford will haul it in, 2 outs. Somerset just has not hit. Their team batting average this postseason is .189. Here's Donahue, who's 0 for 7 in the postseason. There are only 2 Patriots hitting above .250 in this postseason. This kind of reminds you of the last couple years. It was a one-man wrecking crew for Somerset in 2013. That was Corey Aldridge. It was really 3 guys that hit last year, in Donahue, Dominguez, and Wright. And Domo and Wright aren't even here anymore. And Donahue happens to be at the plate right now. And this year, it's been the Burgess and Eggleston show. That puts a lot of pressure on your pitching staff if not everybody's going to contribute in their lineup. And look, you don't need every single person on the team to be the 1998 Yankees and hit .350. But you need it hit better than, going 0 for 13 or, 2 for 14. Got to hit above the Mendoza line at least. And hitting's contagious for the bad and for the good, and we've seen that a lot with this team this year. Curveball upstairs, count 1-1. And this team will get like 8 runs in 1/2 inning, and then they'll put up a 0 for 8 straight innings. But you can't grip the bat too tight in the postseason. You got to trust your training. They've got a great hitting instructor in Shane Spencer, who's won 3 World Series with the Yankees. When he speaks, you listen. It'll be a 2-1 count with 2 outs, scoreless in the bottom of the 5th inning to Donahue, who's 0 for 7 in the postseason with 3 Ks. The 2-1 here to Don. In for a called strike, 2-2. And, well, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in this game. But if Somerset does lose this postseason series, you have to go back to Game 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Somerset Patriots had a 4-3 lead and gave it up. Ground ball in the third baseline foul. I mean, could have really been in the driver's seat, taking 2 on the road, and then all you would have to do is win 1 of 3 here. I mean, last night, Long Island just beat you. They got the timely 2-out, 2-strike hits, and Somerset didn't. They wasted their 1 opportunity in the bottom of the 7th inning. But that Game 2 loss, it could make you toss and turn for 6 straight months until spring training. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Donahue 0 for 8 in the postseason with 4 strikeouts, and Bruce Kern has just been tremendous. He has 7 strikeouts through 5 scoreless innings and only 2 hits allowed. Through 5, we're scoreless. To the 6th we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
More data means more freedom to do whatever. That's why AT&T is giving you 50% more data. That's 15 gigs of data for the price of 10. Because the more data you have, the better. And right now, at AT&T, get $300 credit for every line you switch when you trade in a smartphone and buy any smartphone on AT&T Next.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now. Your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots baseball team. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. Attention Patriot fans, Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater, it is just a foul ball away from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before or after the game and enjoy great food and company. Through 5 innings of play, we have a tremendous pitcher's duel here. The jewel of the Atlantic League. It's Bruce Kern with 7 Ks through 5 scoreless 2-hit innings, and Will Oliver, who's only allowed 2 hits in 5 scoreless frames as well. Oliver will face 9 1-2 hitters, Reyes, Lentini, and Cleary Jr. It's Reyes and Cleary Jr. have the only 2 hits for the Ducks. First pitch to the number 9 hitter in for a called strike, going 1. Elmer, just 24 years old in Nicaragua, began the year in AAA with the Atlanta Braves organization, was released, and the Ducks picked him up mid-August. Liner to first, caught by the 6'5" Fields. Well, if Matt Fields is 6'4", he doesn't make that catch. That was a screamer to first, and Fields was played perfectly, and the 6'5" tall first baseman made the grab. If Thomas Neal's playing first base, that's a double down the line. But you had your tallest position player out there at first, and he made the catch. Stuck his mid up, found a white pearl inside. 1 out. Here's Lentini, 3rd time to the order here. Scoreless, 1 out, top 6. Barnstormers and Blue Crabs, they're in a rain delay in Southern Maryland. They've yet to get underway. First pitch will be at 8:35. Blue Crabs lead that best-of-5 set, 2-1. High chopper to the third baseline foul. Count 0-1. So 2 potential upsets in this Atlantic League playoffs. I mean, Somerset was the favorites in this one. Look, the Ducks are a very good team, but Somerset won both halves, had the best overall record in the Atlantic League. They've got home field advantage. They should be the favorites. And I know Southern Maryland has the home field advantage, but anybody you talk to who knows Atlantic League baseball presumed that the Barnstormers would sweep the Blue Crabs, because the Blue Crabs barely won 20 games in the second half, and the Barnstormers were red hot. They actually had the best record in the second half amongst the 8 clubs. Grounded to short, and Lentini's retired, 2 outs. So how about Will Oliver? He is retired 8 in a row. The last time he gave him a hit, it was the opposite field double to Delta Cleary Jr. in the 4th inning. Get you a pitch count on Oliver right now. He is at 69 pitches through 5.2 innings. That is economical. Oh, he's locked in. He's got tunnel vision. First pitch. In for a called strike, count 0-1. You can just hear the pop in Donaghy's mitt when he makes the catch. It'll be an 0-1 here. Oliver knows what's at stake. Must-win situation. The 0-1, line in the end behind home plate, count 0-2. And Oliver not only knows he needs to win this game, he knows that his offense is struggling. I mean, you can't afford to give up any runs at this rate right now with the offense swinging the bats the way they are. I mean, a 1-0 deficit would be hard to overcome. With the Patriots hitting 189 as a team, the 0-2. Ground ball to first. Glove by Fields, bobbles the ball, and he steps to the bag. Inning over. Oliver's retired 9 straight, and he has been great. Only 72 pitches through 6 innings for Oliver. We go to the bottom of the 6th scoreless. Get Willie O some runs right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hey, do you know where Dean from Fullerton is?
View our full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
This is Jersey. Things happen here. Big things. We had a kid from Hoboken do it his way and become chairman of the board. We had a girl who grew up in Ridgewood find the voice that made her an American sensation. And every week, millions of winning lottery tickets make people's day and change people's lives. This is what's happening right now. The Jersey Jackpot Instant Games with prizes all the way up to $1 million. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Carrier Clinic is the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. Carrier Clinic, proud to represent New Jersey. Santa Fe is an integrated global healthcare leader with U.S. headquarters in Bridgewater, New Jersey. We work to prevent and treat the diseases we know about today as well as those we may face tomorrow. Each team with just 2 hits and no runs. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning in Game 4 of this best-of-5 set. Patriots trail this series 2-1 after winning Game 1 5-3. They lost Game 2 5-4, and they lost Game 3 9-4. Top of the order due up against Bruce Kern, who has 7 strikeouts through 5 innings. Kern won 9 games in the regular season. Curveball in for a called strike. Count 0-1. And Dino is 2 for 14 this postseason. One of his hits came in his last at bat. Weekly grounds this one to third base. Puckett gloves it, toss across the diamond, 1 out. Here's Aaron Eggleston, who is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. He's 5 for 9 in the postseason. Tense moments for both Kevin Baez and Brett Jody. Baez, 48-year-old, fifth-year skipper for the Ducks. Jody, 38-year-old skipper in his 3rd year at the helm for the Patriots and his 12th year in the organization. This is a rematch of the 2013 championship. Baez pay. Infield back, plays to first. 2 outs, 1-0 Patriots lead, looking for more. The 2-0. Curveball, upstairs, count 3-0. And maybe you put on Vidal. Hopkins is really struggling this postseason. He's 0 for 13. I would green light David Vidal here, with Hopkins struggling on deck. The 3-0. He green lights him into right center field. This is going to die for a base hit, and 2 runs are going to score. Wyman turn around first. Vidal's going to try and hustle into second. He is going to be safe. It's a 2-out, 2 RBI double for David Vidal. Great job to green light him by Jody. Patriots lead 3-0 here in the 6th. And Vidal is hurt with that headfirst slide into second base, and both Spencer, Jody, Hiroshi Roberts, and Ryan McMahon are out to check on David Vidal. He dove headfirst into second base, and did he injure his shoulder, his ACL, his knee? They're looking at him right now. It's Jody, Spencer, and both trainers are looking at David Vidal. And I see Hiroshi Roberts massaging his left ankle. If you're watching on ESPN.TV, we've got some great camera work right now. It looks like a left ankle. It was a head-first slide, and maybe on the follow-through, he hurt his left leg, and he is down on his back in serious pain. Now, if Vidal's not able to come back in, Spears would play second, and Hopkins would move to third. But that's a moot point right now. Vidal led the team in RBI with 63 in the regular season. Somerset's already sustained an injury in this series with Johnny Tucker out with a left hamstring injury. And for as exciting as that moment was, you have to worry about more so of the health of David Vidal right now. Spears is jogging down the right field line, ready to come in. I don't think Vidal's going to stay in this game. This is obviously a serious injury, and he's going to be helped off the field. He's not even going to be able to walk off on his own power. And I don't want to play doctor. I don't know what it is. It looks like it's his left leg that's injured, and he can't even walk in his own power. Shane Spencer, Ryan McMahon, and Hiroshi Roberts are lifting him up. Looks like a left knee injury. He can't walk off the field. Oh, yeah, it's a left knee injury, and you hope it's not an ACL. I don't want to play doctor over here, but heroic job by the both trainers and Brad and Shane. What a clutch hit by David Vidal. I love the call. Look, Jody, you can say what you want. He's made some questionable decisions earlier on. To let David swing right there in a 3-0, he knew that Hopkins had been struggling. David was leading the team in RBI. That's a clutch 2-out, 2 RBI double, and Vidal gets a standing ovation as he's carried off the field by both trainers. Pray for David. So that is a tough blow for the Patriots, and I guess they'll look at him in the trainer's room more thoroughly. So Nate Spears comes in a pinch run for Vidal. In the next half inning, it'll be Spears going to second, and Hopkins go from second to third. We send our thoughts and prayers out to David Vidal, who's out with a left knee injury. Meanwhile, back to the game. 3-0 Somerset leads. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Well, last night it was the 2-out rally and magic working for the Ducks. Tonight it's the 2-out magic here for the Somerset Patriots. Curveball inside, count 1-0. And, you know, I want to put a lid on this Vidal injury. Sometimes those non-contact injuries are like the worst injuries. You know, you see it in basketball a lot when guys are going for a rebound, they land awkwardly. In the NFL as well, when they're kind of planting their foot awkwardly and knee injuries happen. That was kind of the same thing as he dove into second base. As Hopkins lines this one up the middle, ranging on the second base bag as Lions throw to first in time. Hopkins is 0 for 14, but the damage done. A 2-out, 2-strike, go-ahead RBI single by Matt Fields, and on a 3-0 count, David Vidal crushes a 2 RBI double, and he leaves with a left knee injury. We are through 6. Patriots lead 3-0. To the 7th we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Need to hire technical professionals? Spearhead Staffing is Somerset County's award-winning IT staffing recruiting company. From software developers to project managers, Spearhead Staffing can provide a customized recruiting approach for your company's needs. Also want to tell you about the Somerset County Education Association. They're the proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots, and they're proud of our great public school systems. Through 6 innings of play, 3-0 Somerset leads. What a great 2-out rally for the Somerset Patriots. Burgess gets intentionally walked. Fields in an 0-2 count, stays back in a curveball, pokes it through the left side for a ribby single to break the scoreless tie. And then David Vidal on a 3-0 count, the team leader in RBI, hammers a 2 RBI double in the right center field alley. Head first slide to second, and he injures his left knee. He's back in the trainer's room now. Thoughts and prayers out to David Vidal, one of the best guys you're ever going to meet. Spears is now at second base, and shifting from second to third is Greg Hopkins. That is the second big-time injury blow to a starting position player for the Somerset Patriots this series. They already lost Johnny Tucker, most likely for the rest of the postseason with a left hamstring injury. We'll see how serious the left knee injury is for David Vidal. Obviously, it's pretty serious considering the fact that both Ryan McMahon and Hiroshi Roberts had to carry him off the field. But we love David, and we're thinking about him right now. It'll be a 2-1 here to Lou Ford. Captain Lou is 1 for 14 in the postseason. Upstairs, count 3-1. Well, you need a shutdowning right now if you're Will Oliver. Your team just rallied to arm you with a 3-run lead, and you cannot let the Ducks get life. The 3-1 here to Lou. Low and away, and he walked him. Wow, that was a close pitch. And knocking in the call was Oliver, and that's not what you want right there. And Oliver very mad at himself. That is the first walk issued by Will Oliver. He's allowed 2 hits through 6 innings of play and just 3 base runners. Oliver came into this game with a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. A 6-2 record, a 3.16 ERA and 9 starts. This is his first outing against the Ducks. He's been great. Up and in, count 1-0 to Ruiz. So 1 on, no one out. The tying run in the on-deck circle. And remember last night, every time Somerset would get some runs, the bullpen would give up some more in the next half inning. You got to put up zeros here. The 1-0 and maintain this lead. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. Ruiz is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, and he just cannot catch up to the Will Oliver fastball. Oliver's keeping the ball down using the lower quadrants of the plate. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. Ruiz is a threat for the double play. Doesn't run well. And he pops this one up in a shallow right field. A lot of hang time for Michael Burgess. Looking over near the lawn seating area. It's going to sift foul. Count 1-2. So Oliver trying to strike out Ruiz for a third straight time. 3-0 Patriots lead. Top 7. Runner on first. Nobody out. Another great crowd on hand here at the Jewel of the Atlantic League in Game 4 of this best-of-5 series. Patriots trail 2-1. It's a must-win for Somerset to force a Game 5 tomorrow at 5:05. They have a 3-0 lead with 9 outs to go. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded by Spears. Steps in the bag for 1. Throw to first. Got him in time for 2. 4-4-3 double play. So it was Spears who came in for the injured Vidal, who fields the ball behind the second base bag, calls off Andino, says, let me take it myself, steps in the bag with his back foot, and fires to first in the follow-through for in time for the double play. Well, I said Ruiz was a threat for the double play. He doesn't run like he used to. He's 37 years old, a bit out of shape. He's still a great player, but that was a big double play ball. That erases the leadoff walk. And Spears is great defensively. I mean, you essentially have 4 great infielders in Hopkins, Vidal, Andino, and Spears. It's just been a game of musical chairs all season long. You know, one guy's going to be sitting on the bench, or maybe Vidal plays catcher sometimes. But there's so much versatility on this team, and versatility is key in the Atlantic League, especially when you don't have a farm system to call upon guys. You know, if one guy gets injured, you got to make sure you have another guy to be able to play, and they got a guy like James Skelton active who can play a variety of different positions. Vidal's versatile. Spears has played center field. We've seen Burgess play first base. But Somerset's got to maintain this lead. 2 outs, top of the 7th. 3-0 Somerset leads. Oliver is in cruise control. He is at 83 pitches. His 84th is popped up into shallow left field, and Eggleston will make the catch. 84 pitches through 7 innings for Will Oliver. He might be back out for the 8th inning. We will see. 3-0 Somerset leads. Bottom of the 7th we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Somerset Hills Memorial Park and Mausoleum is the proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots True Patriot promotion. Contact the Somerset Patriots front office to honor your True Patriot veteran on the field at TD Bank Ballpark. Stay cool with Wellman. Call Wellman Home Service today and receive a $500 trade allowance on any new AC installation. 88 Wellman is the phone number. Service you can trust since 1962. Nick is leading the Cotton Eye Joe in the concourse. Fans are all excited. Their Patriots have a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the 7th inning we go. New pitcher in the game for the Long Island Ducks. Bruce Kern is done after 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, a quality start for him. The new pitcher for the Flock is going to be number 29, a righty hurler, Mariel Chico, 6'3", 190-pounder out of New York City. has peaked the single A level. We saw Chico in game number 1. Numbers in the season for Mariel Chico are as follows. He was just signed as a late season addition. 0-1 record, 6 games, 9.45 ERA. Sports the faux hawk. And here's Ollie Linton. Somerset would love some more insurance runs. Now, decision time for Brett Jody. And that plunked him on the left elbow. And Linton wears that Barry Bonds elbow guard, and he's aboard via hit by pitch. That's great because Linton can run. You need him on any way you can. Linton had just been 1 for 6 in the postseason. But decision time for Jody. And time for you fans to put in your manager's cap as well. The Patriots have Will Oliver with 7 innings of 2-hit, no-run baseball at 84 pitches. And there is no activity in the Somerset bullpen. So I think Will Oliver will be coming back out for the 8th inning, and I think that is a great idea. This is the bullpen that gave up 5 runs last night. Now, I know you have your key cogs available, like Kerrigan and Hunton, who have not pitched since Wednesday, but the Ducks haven't shown any sorts of life against Oliver. Linton's on the move. Curveball away. Throw to second, not nearly in time. Head first steal for Ollie Linton. That's why he's on this team. Got to utilize his legs. And that was a great pitch to throw on because you always want to throw on a secondary pitch because it takes longer to get to the plate. Good coaching right here. I think the coaching's been fantastic in this game. You know, I know some of the moves haven't worked out, but you're not going to bunt Thomas Neal in that situation earlier when he banged into a double play. I love green lighting David Vidal, especially with Hopkins 0 for 14 in the postseason. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. And maybe you would think about bunting Adam Donahue here because Donahue is 0 for 8 with 4 Ks in the postseason. I know his kind of right shoulder's been bothering him a little bit. He's having a hard time catching up to fastballs. He's got to hit the ball to the right side here. Burrows, the first baseman, is in on the grass. 3-0 Patriots lead, bottom 7, runner on second, nobody out. The 1-1 to the righty. And he shows bunt, pulls back, low and away, count 2-1. Donahue laid down a sacrifice bunt in game 1, and I think you got to do that right here. I like this call, too. This has been a nicely managed game. And the biggest decision of all is letting Will Oliver stay in for the 8th inning when we get there. That is going to be a huge decision. And it looks like Will come back for the 8th. The 2-1 here to Don. Let's see if he shows bunt again. He does square around. He bunts it down the third baseline. It's a beauty. Picked up by Chico. Throw to first. Bunt single for Donnie. He's safe. Men on the corners, nobody out. And look, sometimes when you're 0 for 8, you got to get the job done, and you lay down a bunt. A beautiful bunt single down the third baseline. And great hustle for Adam Donahue. He's a catcher that has lost 25 pounds since opening day, and yeah, he's saying let's eat. Everybody wants to be part of the buffet. And here comes Andino. Men in the corners, nobody out. Let's see what Baez wants to do with the infield right here. If you play the infield back, you turn 2, but you give up a run. I think you got to keep the infield in this late in the game and try and cut off the run at home. And now Marty Jansen, the pitching coach, is going to come out and have a talk with Mariel Chico. Hello, everyone. I am Justin Antwell, live from the Fullerton.com press box. Thanks so much for spending part of your Saturday evening with me. What a game this has been. Games 1 through 3 were fantastic. This one was just as good. It was a great pitcher's duel through the first 5+ innings between Bruce Kern and Will Oliver. It was all about who was going to flinch first. It ended up being Bruce Kern. He gives up 3 2-out runs in the home half of the 6th inning on an 0-2 pitch with runners on first and second. Matt Fields hits one through the left side to break the scoreless tie. Next batter up, David Vidal on a 3-0 count. Hits one into the right center field alley for a pair of runs. David sadly left this game with an apparent left knee injury. Our thoughts and prayers are with David Vidal, a fan favorite, one of my personal favorites. And now Somerset's threatening for more here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Men in the corners, nobody out for Andino. Andino is 2 for 15 this postseason. Swing and a miss. Oh, Robert was swinging for a 3-run home run. He had 4 home runs in the season. He has 1 home run since July 15th. He's got to shorten up here. Look, you'll take an RBI sac fly right now. Infield's going to play halfway at this point, so they can either come home or try and turn 2. Good speed at third, and Ollie Linton. He's like the fastest Patriot. 3-0 Somerset leads bottom 7. Must-win game for the Pats. Need more runs. The 0-1. Low and in, count 1-1. And this is the Ducks bullpen that is vulnerable. They're not a very good bullpen. Now, neither team has announced a Game 5 starter. And look, this game is far from over. We saw the Ducks rally in the bottom of the 8th inning in Game 2. My gut tells me it would be John Brownell for the Ducks and Roy Merritt for the Patriots. Now, Somerset also has the option of throwing Kramer Sneed, the 1-1. Hit into right center field. On the run is Lentini. He's going to play it on a hop. It's a ribby single for Robert Andino, and the Patriots pad their lead at 4-0 here in the home half of the 7th. Big-time hit for Andino. So how about Robert? He had 1 hit the first 3 games, gets 2 hits tonight. Runners on first and second, nobody out. A hit by pitch, a stolen base, a bunt single, now an RBI single in the right field. Nice job of the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, and here comes the teeth of the order. Somerset bats coming alive. So a much-needed multi-hit game for Robert Andino. And here comes Aaron Eggleston, who's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He's 5 for 10 in the postseason. Curveball away, count 1-0. And now Puckett isn't in the grass expecting a bunt. I think I'd let Eggy swing away right here. Neal is really struggling. Only has 2 hits this postseason. The 1-0. In for a called strike, count 1-1. No runs on 2 hits for the Ducks, 4 runs on 7 hits for the Patriots from the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 on and no one out. Will Oliver will come back to pitch the 8th inning at just 84 pitches through 7 as nobody's warming up in the Pats' pen. The 1-1. Eggy shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike, count 1-2. We'll have the post-game show next. And we will have the player of the game. As of now, it will be Will Oliver if he continues to put up zeros. This was a huge start for Oliver, the 28-year-old pitching in the game of his life. Maybe he's pitching Frontier League games, but nothing can equate to the Atlantic League. The 1-2, foul behind home plate, and we'll do it again. And it's kind of fitting that in this series, it's really been kind of the mid-season acquisitions that have really buoyed Somerset. Guy like Matt Fields and Michael Burgess and Will Oliver. These guys were not with the team in spring training. And that's a testament to John Hunton for putting this team together. Upstairs, count 2-2. But back to my thought about the Game 5 starter. It's a big-time decision because you got Roy Merritt, who could pitch on 3 days rest. He only threw 82 pitches on Wednesday. Or you've got Kramer Sneed, who went 15-3 in 20 starts in the American Association, with an ERA in the mid-2s. The 2-2 hit down the right field line, foul. Now, Kramer hasn't pitched in since last Thursday, so it would have been about 10 days since he has pitched. I personally think you go Roy Merritt tomorrow. Obviously, as soon as this game ends and the post-game show ends, I'll go down to the clubhouse and I'll talk to Brett and I'll find out who it's going to be. I would presume the Ducks would go with their horse, John Brownell. The 2-2. But Michael Pollock, the Ducks media relations director, will go down to the visiting clubhouse and find out from Baez who they will be, and then we'll let you know on our social media pages as soon as we find out. It'll be a 3-2 count to Eggleston, 2 on, no one out. Bottom 7, Patriots leading 4-0. Ground ball to second base should be 2. 4-6-3, double play. Going to third is Donahue, but there are 2 outs. Don't mind Eggy swinging away right there. He's been hitting 500 in the postseason. And here comes Neal, who has a double play, and a ground out. Infield back, plays to first. Patriots got a big insurance run already in this half inning, leading 4-0. We'll love to add another one here. Now, just looking ahead, Will Oliver's highest pitch count on the season was 106. He's at 84 through 7. And Neal, the safety squeeze was on. He whiffs on that bunt attempt. Count 0-1. Neal does not have a bunt single or sacrifice this whole season, but the safety squeeze was on. Now, it's not a suicide, because a suicide would mean Donahue would be breaking for home. But you're not going to do a suicide squeeze with 2 outs, because then the play would just be to first, and it's a force out that would end the inning. It'll be an 0-1. Now he's swinging away, and he takes one low. Count 1-1. But if there's one Achilles heel for the Long Island Ducks, I think it's definitely their bullpen. Look, their offense is their backbone of the team. They're tremendous. Their starting pitching is pretty solid. You know, I had thought that Bruce Kern was their best starter of the 4 announced by Baez, the 1-1, and he kind of proved it tonight. He just had 1/3 of a really bad inning. Swing and a miss, count 1-2. Kind of like Matt Zielinski last night. Z was great for 4.2 innings and gave up 4 2-out runs in the 5th inning. And those 2-out runs, they swing both ways. They're demoralizing for the team that gives them up, and they're invigorating for the team that gets them. The 1-2 with a runner on third. Lined into the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Game 5 will be tomorrow night at 5:05. Should the Patriots hold on to this 4-0 lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll have a simulcast on ESPN.TV and a broadcast on 1450 WCTC as well. The 1-2 with the runner on third, infield back. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big insurance RBI single by Andino pads the lead of 4-0 through 7. Oliver will trot back out on the hill at 84 pitches for the 8th on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. Sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
Your wrist bone's connected to your X-ray. Your X-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
The Somerset County Education Association is the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling them today at 973-857-4440. That's one call. It'll save you money. Let's pause for 10-second station identification of the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Four 4-0 Somerset leads through 7 innings of play here in game number 4 of this best-of-5 set, with the Ducks leading this series 2-1. Patriots 6 outs away from forcing a decisive Game 5 tomorrow night at 5:05. Oliver remains on the hill. He's at 84 pitches. He's only allowed 3 base runners through 7 innings. First pitch, strike count 0-1. And now Andrew Kerrigan is warming up in the bullpen for the Somerset Patriots. But I would just play it batter by batter here with Oliver. The 0-1. Breaking ball grounded to the third baseline. Foul 0-2. And that's been the key to Oliver's success. He's getting ahead in the counts 0-2. He's pitching to the scoreboard. And when you're a really good pitcher, and once you get armed with that lead, you got to maintain it. And that's what he's trying to do right here. That 3-run outburst with 2 outs in the 6th gave Oliver the lead. And they tacked on 1 more last inning. Up and in on a waste pitch. Count 1-2 to Lyons. Lyons is 0 for 2. Just 2 for 12 in this postseason. This is a guy who hit .301 in the regular season. The 1-2. Low and away, count 2-2. The back end of the pen is fresh, with Kerrigan having not pitched since Wednesday and Hunton having not pitched since Wednesday. Those would be the 2 guys that you would call upon. The 2-2. And that plunked him on the back. A fastball that plunks Lyons. He wears the number 12 in between the 1 and the 2. So the leadoff man's aboard for the second straight inning. Remember, Oliver got a double play ball to end that rally back in the 7th off Ruiz. Here's Puckett. Puckett had 4 hits last night, has been quiet tonight, 0 for 2. Ducks just have 2 hits. It was a single by Elmer Reyes in the 3rd and a double in the 4th by Delta Cleary Jr. And, you know, you go back to the best inning for Oliver. I think it was the 4th inning when Delta Cleary doubled and you had Ford, Ruiz, and Burrows up, and Delta never moved off second base with a runner on second, nobody out. In for a called strike going 1 because the Patriots were feeling the pressure. If the Ducks score first, you're like, oh, here we go again, and it would have been ugly. Oliver's not pitching like a 4th starter. He's pitching like a number 1. The 0-1. Check swing foul on the first baseline, 0-2. And look, you got to tip your cap to Jody. He knew that Oliver had better numbers at home than on the road. That's why he held him back for either a potential game 3, 4, or 5. Oliver 4-0 at home with a 1.13 ERA in 4 starts. On the road, 2-2, 4.80 ERA in 5 starts. So, should the Patriots make the championship series, the first 2 games will be at home. Something you have to think about is Oliver maybe should start game number 2. Ground ball, back to Oliver. This should be a double play. 1, 6, 3, double play. Got him! Second time in his mini innings. Oliver induces a key double play ball. And there are 2 outs and 0-9. Patriots are lucky right there. There was miscommunication between Andino and Spears. Spears was covering second, but Andino cut in front of him, dragged his back foot to step in the bag. His momentum took him to first, and he fired to the 6'5" Fields, who had a good stretch. Are they going to say Puckett was safe and Fields was off the bag? I guess Fields was off the bag. So they're going to call Fields off the bag right there. So it's just a fielder's choice. They get the lead runner. Excuse me. That was a close double play, but I guess the throw was up the first base line, and Fields, even though he's 6'5", couldn't quite keep his back foot on the bag. No argument from Jody. It looked like a close play to me. 0-1 count, so just a fielder's choice. 1-6 if you're scoring at home. In for a fastball away. Count 1-1. Okay, they said Fields is bobbling the ball. Thanks for the clarification. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. Runner on first, 1 out. Ground ball to short. This should be 2. 6, 4, 3, double play. No bobble right there. Huge. Oliver's just been great. He's been a beast, and he's talking to Jody right now. Let's get a pitch count on Will Oliver before we go. He is only at 95 pitches. His high water mark's 106. Decision time for Jody to leave him in for the 9th or to toss it to Kerrigan or Hunton. We're going to the bottom of the 8th first, looking for more insurance. Patriots lead 4-0 on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC. Four 4-0 Somerset leads in the bottom of the 8th inning. What a game this has been. This was a great pitcher's duel through 5.5 innings between Kern and Oliver. The Patriots broke out with 3 2-out runs in the 6th, added another in the 7th. Oliver's only at 95 pitches, 65 strikes, 30 balls through 8 innings of 2-hit, no-run baseball. He's only walked 1 and hit a batter. And decision time for Brett Jody. Should Oliver come back for the 9th inning? We want to hear from you. Tweet us in at @SomPatriots. My vote is yes. Let him finish what he started. New pitcher in the game, though, for the Long Island Ducks. It is going to be, let's see here. Got a bunch of papers in front of me. I'll get you him in a second. Number 13, Frank DeJulio Jr., 6'3", 205-pounder from Ocala, Florida. He is 26 years old. Has peaked at the single-A level with the Angels organization. This is the first time we're seeing him in the postseason. DeJulio Jr., 3-1, 40 games, 2.87 ERA. Will Oliver will join me on the postgame show. And there's nobody warming up in the Patriots pen, so I think Oliver will come back for the 9th inning. You can also tweet me in at JAntwell, at JANTWEIL. Do you think Oliver should stay, or do you think they should go to the pen for the final 3 outs? Now, it's a non-save situation, but you could still bring in Hunt, and he hasn't pitched since Wednesday. You could bring in Kerrigan. I think those are your only 2 options. You're not going to pitch anybody else. But the bullpen's down right now. Everybody's quiet with their pullovers on this 55-degree Saturday evening. 4th day of fall. This is Oliver's game to finish. And when Oliver was walking off the mound, he was kind of yelling at Jody, not in a bad way, but he was just mad at Jody. Hey, I got this, as I was reading his lips. Burgess grounds out to second, 1 out. Saying like, Skip, don't take me out. 1 out, no one on, bottom 8. Patriots lead 4-0. Here's Fields. There he goes. Here's Fields. He fouls one back behind home plate. So great job on the replays on ESPN.TV if you were watching. But those were 2 key hits, and that's what Somerset needed. That's all Will Oliver needed. Heck, he only really needed the Matt Fields hit, the way he's pitching. And if you remember, Will Oliver really dazzled on his debut. You go back to August 10th when he joined the team. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 Ks, 2 walks against the Skeeters. Inside, count 1-1. 1 out, no one on, bottom 8. Patriots lead 4-0. Oliver's just been great. He only has 2 strikeouts, which is good because that's keeping your pitch count down. Sometimes when you tally a lot of strikeouts, your pitch count gets high. Count 2-1 here to Fields. Righty pitcher, righty hitter. Ducks in their gray jerseys, Patriots in their home whites. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Ducks would send up the following hitters. Elmer Reyes, Felon Lentini, Delta Cleary Jr., 9, 1, and 2 in the order. And Fields grounds one off his front foot foul. Count 2-2. This is a Ducks team that's not as deep as Somerset. They really don't use pinch hitters a lot. They have some pinch runners like Anthony Vega and Carlos Hughes who will pinch run for their older players. It's a very veteran Duck squad. I mean, you look at their lineup, a 35-year-old Sean Burrows, a 37-year-old Randy Ruiz, a 39-year-old Lou Ford, a 38-year-old Felon Lentini. The Patriots' oldest player is 34. The 2-2. Low and away, count 3-2. It'll be a 3-2 here to Fields, who already has a walk today. Payoff pitch from Julio Jr. He swung at ball 4. That was low and away. It's a weak pop up to right, hauled in by Lentini, 2 outs. And now warming up looks like Kramer Sneed is warming up. So if Kramer Sneed, that's Buddy Boshears he's warming up. Oh, I mean, Buddy has really struggled this postseason. I didn't think he would at all pitch. Wow. I mean, to me, you got to go back to Oliver. He's only at 95 pitches. His high water mark's 106. Spears pinch hitting for Vidal. Loops one into shallow left field, and it's going to be caught by Delta Cleary Jr. Oh, what a catch. Head first dive in shallow left center, and he robs Spears of a hustle double. All right, we're going to the ninth. Will Oliver pitch, or are they going to the bullpen? We'll find out in about 90 seconds. To the ninth we go. Patriots lead 4-0 on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Visit NJ.com, the #1 source for news and information about New Jersey and our communities. From our schools to our streets, our city halls, high school sports and pro sports. Small news, big news, True Jersey, NJ.com.
Congratulations, Somerset Patriots. And I want to congratulate Brett, Shane, Corey, Patrick, Sparky, and my man Steve Califer.
An RBI walk-off single for David Vidal. 3-2 here in the bottom of the ninth inning. A grand slam for Adam Donahue. And Tucker is going to score. Ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Johnny Tucker. The throw from Sabatella is going to be not in time. This ball's golfed to deep center field, and this is going to be over the head of the center fielder Rocket. Rounding second, heading into third is going to be Aaron Eggleston. Spencer's waving around third. The play at the plate is going to be up the third baseline. It's a walk-off RBI double.
Maybe number 6 coming up.
Go with the pro with Somerville Aluminum. Visit them at somervillealuminum.com today for more details. At Supercuts, details matter. That's why we end every haircut with a refreshing hot towel finish. Find out more information about all the latest haircuts on supercuts.com. To the ninth inning we go. The Patriots are leading 4-0, 3 outs away from forcing a decisive Game 5 tomorrow night at 5:05. And look who's back out on the mound. Will Oliver, the 0-1 to Elmer Reyes. 9-1-2 to up in the flock order. Foul behind home plate, count 0-2. Oliver was at 95 pitches through 8 innings. His high water mark is 106. He has struck out 2, given up 2 hits, walked 1, hit a batter. The 0-2, foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. The last time Will Oliver gave up a hit, it was back in the 4th inning. We're in the 9th inning right now. This is one of the greatest pitching performances in Patriot postseason history. The 0-2. Check swing, did he go? He had to have gone around. Oh, he did not. No, count 1-2. My goodness. I thought he went around. I didn't even think he needed an appeal right there. Speranza appeals to Jesus and says he can go around. Not much of an argument from Brett Jody. Thought his wrist definitely broke the plane. Count 1-2 to the righty Reyes. Just 2 for 15 this postseason. Slugs into right center field. A lot of hang time, though, for Michael Burgess to camp under it and make the catch. 1 out. Top of the ninth, 4-0. Somerset leads. 3 2-out runs in the 6th, plus the tack-on RBI single from Andino in the 7th is the difference in this game. But the stud has been Will Oliver. He's working on a 2-hit shutout. Oliver is exactly at 100 pitches right now, through 8 1/3 innings. Here's Lentini, who's 0 for 3. And this isn't just a 2-hit shutout. This is a 2-hit shutout against one of the greatest offensive lineups the Atlantic League has ever seen in the Long Island Ducks. A team that's hitting .283 is a team that led the Atlantic League in runs scored, that was second in stolen bases. They've got 4 hitters in their lineup that are top 10 in batting average, plus guys like Ruiz and Blanc and Ford who don't even have enough at-bats to qualify to be amongst batting leaders. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, count 1-2. Oh, the hook is working. 4-0 Somerset leads top of the ninth. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start. Plus, you save your bullpen for tomorrow, so if you do throw Merritt on 3 days rest, you've got everybody fresh behind him. The 1-2. This could not have worked out any better. Now, there's still 2 outs to get. But if you're Brett Jody, you couldn't have scripted this any better. and I thought this game was perfectly managed. The team was loose, and they've risen to the occasion. They're feeding off this infectious crowd. The 1-2. Check swing found in the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Now, there is double barrel action in the pin with Kerrigan and Bo Shears warming up, but to me, as long as Will Oliver just continues to get outs, this game will be over, and Oliver can get the complete game shutout. I mean, you could use Kerrigan for 2 innings tomorrow if he doesn't have to throw today. Plus, Hunton would not have pitched since Wednesday. Sattler's only thrown in a third of an inning. Patriots are set up. The 1-2. Curveball grounded. Back to Oliver. Gloves it. Overhand toss to first. 2 away. Top of the ninth. 4-0 Patriots lead. Oliver 1 out away from a complete game 2-hit shutout. This kind of reminds you of what Darrell Thompson did in Game 1 against Lancaster when he threw a complete game 2-hit shutout, albeit he threw it on 140 pitches. Oliver's only at 106 pitches right now, so he's matched his high water mark at 106. And he's going to stay in there. There haven't even been any loud, violent outs like to the warning track or acrobatic plays. And Oliver got 2 big double play balls in the 7th and 8th innings to limit his pitch count and to zip rallies after the leadoff man was aboard. In for a called strike, going 1. Here's Delta Cleary Jr. He has 1 of the 2 hits. It was a leadoff double in the 4th inning. That was the last hit the Ducks tallied. We're 2 outs deep in the 9th right now. The 0-1. Liner on the third baseline. Foul count 0-2. And this capacity crowd will rise to its feet. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-0 Somerset leads in the top of the 9th inning in game number 4 of this best-of-5 set, with the Ducks leading this series 2-1. It's a must-win for Somerset. They're 1 strike away from forcing a Game 5. The 0-2 to Delta Cleary. Ground ball to short. Backhanded by Andino. Throw to first. Going to be scooped by Fields. Not in time. It's an infield single for Delta Cleary Jr. That was a tough play for Andino to backhand that ball deep in the hole with 1 foot in the outfield grass, 1 foot in the infield dirt. It was kind of low. Nice scoop by Fields, but I agree with the call by Freddie DeJesus. That was a hit for Delta Cleary Jr. All Kevin Baez can ask for is to get the tying run to the plate. He needs 2 more base runners. 4-0 Patriots lead. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. Delta's on first with good wheels. Oliver is at 109 pitches right now. So Delta Cleary has 2 of the 3 Duck hits. Here comes Captain Lou Ford. Lou Ford is 1 for 13 in the postseason. The pitch of the reigning MVP is a fastball away, count 1-0. 110 pitches for Will Oliver. 28 years old in Newport Beach, California, has brought his West Coast swag here to the East Coast. He's dominated. The 1-0. In for a called strike, count 1-1. Oliver spent the last 2 years in the Frontier League. He dominated that league. He was ready to play with the big boys here in the Atlantic League, and he is shining. Yeah, let's eat. It's time to eat in the postseason. The 1-1. Foul down the right field line. Count 1-2. And now this capacity crowd will rise to its feet again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Will Oliver's at 112 pitches. Working on a complete game 3-hit shutout. This is what serious September baseball is all about. Can the Patriots force a decisive Game 5? The 1-2, the curveballs, grounded up the middle. Fielded by Andino, gonna go the long way to first. Got him! Complete Game 3-hit shutout for Will Oliver. And we'll have a Game 5 tomorrow night at 5:05 with his best-of-5 series now tied at 2 apiece. Will Oliver single-handedly put the team on his back. A complete game shutout against one of the best offensive teams the Atlantic League has ever seen. 4-0 the final. Patriots win it. We'll talk with Will coming up. A great managed game by Brett. I thought he pressed all the right buttons offensively. Leaving Will Oliver in was brilliant. The Patriots are fired up. Their bullpen is fresh for tomorrow. Whether they throw Kramer, Snead, or Roy Merritt, it doesn't matter. This is going to be good stuff all the way around for the Patriots. And this is why they work so hard in the regular season for home field advantage. Game 5 tomorrow night at 5:05 at home. I'm amped up. We'll talk with Will Oliver. We'll recap this game in its entirety. 4-0 the final.
Let's take a walk in my mind, you and me. Let's see what these Pats do on the field, in the community. Doing it all for each other. Winning on and off, my brother. Their next championship is first on their minds. It's so hard to measure what is inside. But if I held it in my hand, oh, how much they want to bring it every night to the fans. It begins with the original brother and on to an endless medley. The story's far from over. There's more to it, you see? The staff behind the scenes prepares this place into a dream. Pulling the strings, making it happen. The lights come on, pure magic. Every game full of 90-foot wars, a desire to be on top of the score. When the game ends, they stand tall, because here come the victory balls. Battle tested on any given night, every game a 15-round knockout fight. Whichever walk-up was played or who toes the rubber, these Pats come together as a band of brothers. A bunch of wins and a playoff berth. Yup. Are we done yet? Nope. Here you're going to see red, white, and blue slapping high fives. One Patriots Park, where you feel most alive.
Somerset!
One last job for you to do. We need to count it down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join the show.
Yeah. There will be a Game 5. Fireworks going on right now and a heroic pitching effort from Will Oliver, who will join me momentarily. I'm Justin Answell. This is the Flemington Department Store post-game show. Furniture, flooring, apparel, and workwear. The Patriots blanked the Ducks 4-0 here in Game 4 to force a decisive Game 5. It'll be played at 5:05 tomorrow right here from TD Bank Ballpark. I'm waiting on Will to join me in a matter of moments, but he was stellar. Gives up 3 hits, strikes out 2, walks only 1 in a dominant effort by him. It was a pitcher's duel early between he and Bruce Kern. The Patriots scored 3 2-out runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. An RBI single from Matt Fields in an 0-2 count. A 2 RBI double in right center by David Vidal in a 3-0 count. A clutch RBI single by Andino, and the Patriots an insurance run. The bullpen was warming up the last couple innings, but Oliver induced a big double play ball in the 7th and 8th innings. Gave up a 2-out infield single, but it proved to be harmless because Lou Ford would ground out to end the game to Robert Andino. Fireworks going on right now. This crowd is happy. And the Patriots, with their backs against the wall, called upon their 28-year-old righty who outgrew the Frontier League due to an age limit, wanted to play with the big boys in the Atlantic League, had to wait patiently to toe the rubber in Game 4, and he just dominated. And it's probably good that he pitched in Game 4 because he's a much better pitcher at home than on the road. At home, Oliver's now 5-0 with an ERA sub-1. A complete Game 3 hit shutout on 112 pitches. It's going to go down as one of the greatest postseason pitching performances in not only Somerset history, but in Atlantic League history. With his team really needing to win, with the bullpen having given up 5 runs last night. Hunton had just had a baby yesterday, so you don't know where his mind's at. Kramer Sneed was available to pitch, but he hasn't pitched in over a week. Who knows how he would have fared. They needed a strong start from Oliver, especially with the offense struggling the way it had been. They needed a starting pitcher to say, like, look,
I'm going to put the team on my back. I'm going to put up zeros and just wait for you guys to put up a crooked number. And boy, did Somerset put up a crooked number with a 3 in the 6th. And when you're a great pitcher and you're armed with a lead, you don't give it up. And that's exactly what Oliver did. There weren't even really any hard, loud outs. I mean, there were a couple line drive outs to a 6'5" first baseman. There was a hot shot to David Vidal at third. If there is one sour note, David Vidal left with a lower extremity injury. He's got a knee injury. I saw him on crutches during the victory balls tossed. Doubtful he'll play tomorrow. Somerset's already lost another starter in Johnny Tucker, but that's why there's so much depth in this team that Spears can fill in for him and do a nice job of turning a 4-4-3 double play. So fireworks right now. We're waiting on Will Oliver. We'll interview Will Oliver, then we'll toss it a break. Then we'll go through the highlights, give out some thank yous. We do not know the pitching matchup for Game 5. My gut will tell me it'll be John Brownell on short rest for Long Island and Roy Merritt on short rest for Somerset. Won't know that until this broadcast ends. I'll go down to the home clubhouse, talk with Brett. Michael Pollock of the Long Island Ducks will go down and talk with Kevin Baez. We'll exchange starters, and we'll put it out on Twitter and our Facebook page and our Instagram page for our fans to see. I would go Merritt on short rest. Kramer Snead is an option as well. The bottom line is the bullpen is very well rested, so should Merritt struggle or Kramer Snead struggle, everybody's available. You have not used Kerrigan since Wednesday. You haven't used Hunton since Wednesday. Bo Shears didn't pitch today because of the complete game shutout from Oliver. Honestly, when you woke up today, you dreamed about this scenario, throwing your pitcher throwing a complete game. And, it's kind of fitting that the heroes of this postseason, other than Aaron Eggleston, have really been midseason acquisitions. A guy like Will Oliver acquired in early August. A guy like Matt Fields acquired in early September. A guy like Michael Burgess acquired in mid-June. It just goes to show you that what this league is all about is it's getting players, developing them, getting them to other places and to places where they belong or places they haven't been to, and then replenishing the talent. And that's exactly what John Hunt and Brett Jody have done. I thought this was a perfectly managed game from Brett Jody. Look, there were some head-scratching moves the first couple games. It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback. I get that. There were still some head-scratching moves. I thought today's game was managed perfectly. He let the guys hit with runners on first and second. Did it always work out well? No, but you trust guys who've never bunted on the season to hit away. They hit into a double play. You let David Al swing at a 3-0 count because Hopkins is 0 for 14 in the postseason. It worked out really well. You keep on leaving Will Oliver in. Some managers might micromanage in that situation. I know Somerset has a great bullpen. I trust guys like Bo Shears and Kerrigan and Sattler and Newby and Slosser and Hunton any day of the week that ends in Y. But the way that Will Oliver pitched, it was tremendous. He's the hero. One of the greatest postseason pitching performances in Atlantic League history. It's Will Oliver. Will, we're on camera. Just scoot closer to me. Congratulations on an amazing pitching performance. We could not have scripted a better outing. How'd you feel out there, Will?
I felt real good. Real good. I was telling Jody, you're not taking me out.
Yeah, we saw you. All right, so take us through your morning. You wake up. Do you realize how big this game is? Have you pitched in an elimination game before in your career? You're 28 years old.
Yeah, I pitched an elimination game against Brooklyn when I was with the Yankees. And
how'd you do?
Did well. We won, I think, 1-0. It was a real tight game, and I think we weren't allowed to go complete games or anything. It was a little more special for me.
Now, you did not face Long Island in your 9 starts in the regular season. Did that work out well for you? Because they haven't seen you, and you were able to scout them the first 3 games, Will?
I think it helped a little bit, and they have a lot of righty matchup. I think it helped a lot, too.
Does it help just observing how Merritt attacked him and Story attacked him and Zielinski attacked him the first 3 nights being the Game 4 starter?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. They set the table for me to, kind of plan my game and can get up to those guys getting us here.
You're a great pitcher, Will, but you're 5-0 and 5 starts at home with a sub-1 ERA. What do you like about Central Jersey? Where have you been eating?
I had a big breakfast. I got lost this morning going to get breakfast out in Old.
Plug it. People are going to be eating there tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I think it's called. What's it called? I don't remember.
Okay, but anyways, you just feed off this infectious crowd. I mean, an Atlantic League record last night, close to 7,000 tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd, always gets me juiced, and I just kind of feed off that. Try to stay with my game. Try to block it out as much as possible, but I do hear it, and it gets me going. I like it.
I'm talking with Will Oliver, who throws a complete game 3-hit shutout and 112 pitches as the fireworks are going on right now. The Patriots force an elimination game and a decisive Game 5 tomorrow at 5:05. All right, when you see Bruce Kern is dealing, does that make you extra amped up, saying, look, I got no margin of error because this is a really good pitcher I'm going up against?
Absolutely. I thought for a long time it was maybe going to be a 1-0, 2-0 game, but our boys always come through, so got to love it.
How about Matt Fields? I know your roommate. He came through with that big 0-2 RBI single. How proud of you, Matt?
I'm just so happy for him. It's such a good energy in the dugout, and as soon as that happens, we had good energy all game, but as soon as that happens, we just got fired up, and just go from there. That fires me up.
Do you rally for a guy like Dave Vidal, who sadly left with a lower extremity injury?
Yeah, he's one of my better friends, and I hopefully he gonna be all right. So I'm not, hopefully get him back soon, get him back healthy for the next game. We'll get it for him.
How clutch were those 2 big double play balls in the 7th and 8th innings?
Nice.
I thought you had one on the 1-4-3 double
I know.
play.
We had a little mix-up with who was covering, and it was supposed to be Spears, but Dino took it, and I got faith in both of them. I just a little bit of bobble, and I'm not worried about it. So I know get another one.
Is there anything better than serious September baseball, Will, when it really matters most?
No,
is this why you came to the Atlantic League?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I knew you guys had a playoff spot, and I love playoffs in any sports, but being a part of it, like right in the heat of it, is just absolutely amazing.
Has Brett announced who is going to pitch tomorrow? Probably either Kramer Snead or Roy Merritt. Has he said anything?
I'm not sure. He hasn't said anything yet. So
do you feel like you helped the team because you saved the bullpen? So even if you do go Merritt on short rest, everybody else is available.
Yeah, absolutely. Every start I go out, try and just help my team win. Hopefully, thank God we got the win. Get force to Game 5, carry the momentum over.
Will, does this remind you of your Somerset debut when you threw a one-hit shutout against the Skeeters?
Nah, this is a little more special.
And you shaved the beard. Why'd you shave it off?
I don't know. It's kept itching my nose and everything, so I was like, it's time for a change, and it worked out.
Yeah, I guess
I'm pretty superstitious too.
Yeah,
so.
well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Do you realize, and last one here, Will, do you realize just how big of a performance this was? This is the Atlantic League's been around for 18 years. This might go down as one of the greatest performances in not only Patriot history, but Atlantic League history, what you did tonight.
I'm just glad we got the win, and it's not over. We got to win tomorrow. So
I'm looking forward to it. Will, congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you toe the rubber next week.
Thank you so much.
That was Will Oliver. I'm Justin Answell. Highlights coming up. Patriots win 4-0.
Someone you like. Give it to someone you know will be here to cheer.